evening, everyone. Welcome to the Merrily. We are joined once again by Judah, played by Karina, who is tired and sick, apparently. So she's going to struggle through here. We have Kyle playing Ludolf Spivey, our erstwhile engineer. Hanto Jager, played by Tev, the doctor on a ship with people get hurt all the time. What? And Silas Beggs, played, of course, by Matthew. We are on the planet of Liberty. Where you guys have set down in Yele, or just outside of Yele City, and made your way into the city itself in order to find the manufactory, or to get help robbing the manufactory of a substance called Perogen 17, required on the planet Kusari for medical conditions. And they've been cut off since the dissonance key went into effect, however that happened, and basically shut down all of the shipments. So, we pick up, you guys were at the bar, and you had met Nash, correct?
Yes. Met Nash in bar. Last thing I have.
Okay.
Drugs for Perogen 17.
Yeah.
Right.
And he realized just exactly what you wanted, and suddenly our value went down.
Because he had actually worked on Kusari.
Right. So, Nash was an ex-military fellow who, after mustering out of the Liberty military, had spent time on Kusari as a security specialist, aka thug for hire, and he recognized your accent and also recognized suddenly the value of Perogen 17 to you, and thus the trade goods that you have now suddenly diminished significantly in value. Okay.
But I don't think he actually still realizes the amount that we have.
Yeah.
True. But it's much like anything else, right? When somebody needs a tank of gasoline, 100 gallons of gasoline isn't that valuable to them. One tank is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So...
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where do we leave it? Where did you guys had...
No, Nash had left because he said he had to talk to some people.
He had to talk to some people. That's right. Okay.
And we were going to get the... Were we going to get the supplies off the lifter? No.
We hadn't actually talked about that yet.
No, but they had sported you some credit at the bar in exchange for the injections that you had given them.
Yeah, because I think we gave them a few kilograms.
Yes. The injections, by the way, are about the size of this pencil, right? So they're, a specific size, a specific dosage. Too much, too little. Too much death, and too little is... And I believe it was yellow ice, right?
Yeah.
Yellow ice.
Yes. Yellow ice, that's right.
Not blue.
Yeah, not blue. You did find the blue ice.
I did find blue ice in town.
I think it's even blue ice, and that means you have yellow snow, so let's just go with yellow ice.
Yeah, okay. So we leave you at the bar. I guess the question is, do you head back to the ship? Do you hang out here?
He... I can't remember if he said he was going to contact... Did we give him a contact information, or did
Would you have? You tell me.
If we could...
I don't know if I trust him enough for that, though.
No, we're not...
Why wouldn't we?
How do our hailers work with...
They're radio when there's no network.
Okay. Because we can just give them a hailer frequency still. That technology still works.
It does,
Close dissonance, yeah. So we would probably have given them a hailer frequency.
We've got burner hailers.
Yeah.
Actually, we do.
We can just change them. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that some of those black market electronics are burner hailers.
And then, because... Yeah, we just have to not go too far from the other city.
Now, see... If we're going to head back to ship, I'll discuss an idea I have when we get back to the ship.
Okay. Well, whatever you're doing, you're on your way to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll head back to the ship.
Sure.
Why?
Or actually, or at least back to the truck.
Yeah, I think back to the truck at least. I'm not sure, but would the ship be out of range?
We have credits and booze here. Why would we move?
That's true.
Point. Maybe move to a back room so that we're not...
Yeah.
I was thinking of converting my experience into some culture.
Let's get a dart game going.
Okay.
So if you remember correctly, if say...
Do you want to split
security? Up? No. If say security shows up to check on the bar, we kind of stand out like sore thumbs.
Yes, you're obviously spacers.
So we either
we
need
are
to...
here technically, not legally.
Yeah.
We're not even here.
So, unless the bar, which I know because we didn't ask, if the bar has a private room, we can wait for Nash back there.
Just So we're not readily visible.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a private bar. I'm going to say 50-50. Yeah, sure, it does. It's a meeting room, right? With folding tables.
Probably used for a backroom card game or
you
something.
Got kind of a funny feeling that perhaps other deals of this nature have taken place in this room. Okay? When you're asked to go to the back, when you asked to be taken to the back, the bartender, if you recall with the cybernetics, he leads you to the back, and there he leads you into the small room. Again, the entire building is built of polycrete, which is basically future concrete. Stands for polymer, so there's actually polymers mixed in with the concrete, making it incredibly tough. However, as you walk in, the sloppily painted walls can hide the obvious bullet holes in the walls themselves, perhaps suggesting a history of violence in this room.
I thought we've had polycrete stand
Space
up
biker bar?
to shooting walls before, so...
They're just little pockmarks.
Okay, so you guys, there is a couple of small windows covered with grills, but apart from that, only the door is the exit out of here.
Which also has its own problems, but...
Okay. So you have a few drinks and just hang out back here until Nash returns?
Tell us your idea, Spivey.
Yeah.
I think we could split up.
Well, if you want to split off, go ahead.
You and I can go to the truck and take care of your thing.
No.
Well, these guys carouse.
No, my idea is, because if I remember correctly, Nash said he didn't want anyone hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if we get him to somehow arrange for, say, an evacuation of the site that we need to arrive at.
We can swagger up land,
At land,
roll a
load,
few pallets of things
Yeah.
into the ship, and
go.
The other
I
possibility,
really just want to do a train heist. Come on now.
especially when there's a hover train.
It's not
You
a
are
train.
correct.
No, there's a monorail right there.
All he has to do is get it loaded onto the monorail. We'll take it from there. But realistically, though, it's not worth much here, right?
No.
So
Or-
bribery or suborning, let's say the warehouse workers at
Yes.
Whatever it is, Liberty.
No, it's...
Republic Bio.
Republic Bio.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's another option
Yeah.
as well.
But like I said, we see if he can arrange for it to be vacated, either bribery or
Yeah.
distraction or whatnot. We swoop in,
Yeah.
load, and go.
That's true, and with a bit of bribery for some low value chemicals, like I said, they're not worth much here on Yele. Then, ironically enough, our drugs, we've brought drugs to a pharmaceutical manufacturing center. So we're already not, close to Newcastle.
Come on now.
It's what we had.
So we had it's one of the types of cargo we had that could be
Yeah.
easy to bring samples and
yeah.
But making that, we need to see what contacts Nash has before I can really proceed on that thing. Is there anything we want to do while we're waiting for Nash to get a hold of us? To cross our I's and dot our T's, as it were? Trying to think.
hey, we're going about this all wrong. There's not enough smash and grab going on here.
More smash, more
More
grab.
smash, more grab.
It'll happen if you and I keep drinking.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, we're 11 drinks in. I can still see straight. Let's do it.
No skill carousing. Let's do it.
Do you have no carousing? Do we have no carousing?
Carousing's culture, isn't it?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
That's horrible.
It's influence if you are.
It's 0-0 for me then.
Just because
You've never been super successful at carousing.
I got Sean Brock and a night in jail. Come on now.
Both I count as successes in my book.
Actually, technically got the whole team too. But beside the point.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we
Like
carouse
the good old days.
with all the zeros?
Exactly. We've never really been great at it, but we go at it with enthusiasm.
So Spivey and Hamto sort of pour over maps of LA City,
Sure.
train schedules,
Yeah.
come up with plan B, plan C. If Nash has this, we can
3
try
days,
this.
man.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
yeah. So I'll keep going out and
Sympathy.
Yeah.
Carousing with
Oh, hey, I got 4 in that. That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Look at you, Mr. Psionics.
Yeah, fancy.
Okay. I'm sorry. Before you drop dice, what are you doing?
Drinking.
Having a good time.
Okay, no dice necessary.
What?
Congratulations.
You're in trouble.
Well, no, I draw cards for that.
Oh, okay.
All you're going to do is generate extra blacks for me. So I'm not sure you want to be...
Isn't that what we do? That's what we do.
Yeah, okay. No, actually, you're right. Go ahead and make your empathy.
Hey, maybe it's another Queen of Hearts for Matt.
That'd be hilarious. Wasn't it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh!
Oh! It's the enthusiasm. It goes along with it.
Wow!
It's been really stressful lately. We needed to blow off some steam.
So we're in the back room going over plans. They're out front.
Yeah, they're probably out front
Guys?
making friends.
I am going to... I'm going to say... I'm going to give you each a free talent called the Buddy Bond. Okay? When you carouse with each other, you can have 2 bonus dice.
Oh yeah. That's what we've done from the beginning anyway. So.
Yeah.
It's always been those 2 carousing.
I know. Actually, sorry, it's free. It's 1 bonus dice. 1 bonus dice. 2 is a little bit crazy. Okay, so holy crap, this is
We
a lot
really
of
need
cards.
to remake this whole.
There's
Yeah,
no
no.
space. Yeah.
I know.
Alright, so we'll just throw it on the back.
I'm
here.
actually thinking I'm just going to write new character sheets.
Yep.
Are these digitally? These are digitally available. Yeah, of course. Because we practice these. I can just bring my silly tablet and keep my sheet on my tablet.
You can do whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah.
1 bonus.
Doesn't solve
Yeah,
it for a
well
little bit.
No.
Dice
Just have to remember to charge it.
So, Buddy Bond,
with Silas.
when carousing with Silas. Okay. Wow.
Just like you and Harlan, we're fixing shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. We've done it so many
Actually, it's
times.
you
we
and
don't-
Harlan for fixing stuff.
Yeah, that's
Because you
true.
guys are the people who are
Yeah.
always fixing stuff.
And chaos ensues.
I need a cup of coffee.
Yeah, so chaos will be ensuing.
Remember the trouble we got into Jericho Station because, carousing. So. That's awesome. So you go at 3 out of 4 and I got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
It's meant to be, man.
As I said, me and Hunter in the back room,
In the no fun room.
going over plans making various plans depending on what.
We've probably
what
got like
Nash
a
has.
street map of Yele City on the table.
You guys are out front
That monorail
making new friends.
timetable, I don't know
All
how
the
it
friends.
works, but that monorail timetable has to be there. What's going on out front? Cheers every so often.
Okay.
We are the most happening place in LA City.
And we're not even in LA City. We're actually out over here, I think, somewhere.
I thought we were in this sort of triangle
I'm
next to the
thinking
river below
I can't.
Let's see what's underneath.
Silo Street.
That's not the best card.
Oh, wow. Best for us or best for you?
I'm trying to interpret what's going to happen in this backwater bar.
All the things, apparently.
Okay.
Carousing with enthusiasm.
Yeah. Well, you're interested in picking up information and basically having a good time, correct? Is that the idea?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
If we happen to advance the mission, that's awesome.
If you happen to what?
Advance the mission, awesome.
How oblique are you? How direct are you about that? Hey, we're looking to steal some stuff from Republic Biotech.
Not quite that direct.
Okay.
She's not subtle, but she wouldn't straight up say steal.
We're looking to purloin. Okay.
Liberate?
Purchase for
definitely
free.
liberate on liberty. That would be definitely something a drunk
Use a
Karina
100%
would say.
discount coupon.
All right. Yeah. Right. So this is what happens. You begin. you don't really have any money, right? So you have some credit at the bar, and after you get a couple of drinks in, you say, round of drinks for everybody. It's like, oh, hold on. you don't have quite that much credit. So you're like, yeah, but we got these. Yellow ice for the bar!
Whoops. You guys really shouldn't leave us unsupervised.
I should know this by now.
We're in the back room. I mean, what trouble did he get up to?
Yeah.
I'm just remembering, all of a sudden I'm remembering why I never leave these two alone.
Yeah. So you are out front, and you begin distributing drugs in exchange for more alcohol.
That's her drug.
And you find that it actually has, the currency goes quite a ways. Okay?
Awesome.
A couple hours goes by. You guys are now really loaded. However, as you're sort of looking around the bar, and you've become a little bit more free with your samples, okay? Because, you carouse, and that's just naturally what you do. You now have no samples left, okay? However, the bar is now packed full of people, okay? And if you wish, you may now make manipulate rolls. There's something else going to happen, but if you wish, you may make manipulate rolls to see whether or not you can subtly get information from people.
Same roll.
I actually have one in that.
Look at you go.
Go for it.
Oh. Not so well.
Right.
Pushing
Okay.
and trying again.
Yeah, I'd push and try again. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
Oh.
going. I'm only rolling 2 dice, so I don't think it's worth it.
Did I get my stack of 8?
Yep. They're right here.
Oh
There you
yeah.
Oh. So a couple more successes and a
snacks.
failure.
All right. So another failure?
Yeah, so that means my empathy is down.
Nope.
Nope.
No. Okay, so before you did that push,
Yeah.
what you needed to do was spend your stress, which I think you did.
Yeah.
But then you have to tell me what you're risking.
Right.
Okay, so you would have been risking...
I think, given I'm so drunk, my empathy would go down. I think
Okay.
that's a totally fair...
All right. However,
Yeah.
you succeeded, so you did not take the consequence.
Okay.
However, I do get 2 blacks.
Yeah.
By the way, on that roll, when you risk, if you already have a success, you can still risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get another success on the roll,
The risk happens.
the risk happens.
Yeah.
Right? So say, for example, you got 2 successes on the table, you're rolling 5 dice, you're going to get another 6.
Yeah.
You don't get a 6, the risk occurs, even though you have 2 already.
Yeah.
Okay?
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you succeed?
We've already accepted the risk.
That's right. So you are carousing it up, and I'll tell you what that means.
Take your 2. You put it
I
back.
did. I just spent them.
Oh,
Can you roll observation? Is it observation? What's the skill?
Yes, that's right.
Wits.
Observation.
Yep.
Wits plus observation plus. I'm going to give you a penalty dice, which could be the alcohol.
One success.
1 success. All right.
And nothing on the penalty dice.
Nope. So penalty dice is ignored. You're watching the crowd, but it's like, hey, more for you, yeah. Oh, bag's empty. Sorry. It's like, oh no, that's great. Across the room, your eyes suddenly lock. Everybody's enjoying themselves. The music's going, right? There's kind of like this dance beat happening, right? And the crowd is slowly taking off their clothes. And
In a biker bar.
as it gets hotter and hotter, right?
Because
It's a Judah kind of party.
Space biker bar.
because there's more and more people in here, and as far as I remember, this is a retrofitted bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're about an hour in. You guys are like, yeah, okay, do this. And it's like, well, what about this? And it's like, suddenly you hear, come on, smash that music!
Here we go.
Like,
Check us out.
oh my god.
You left alone in a bar. Shit.
We can come out from the back room whenever you deem appropriate.
Okay. What happens with you, though, is you are looking across the bar, and through the crowd, you actually see a face, right? And everybody's, well, first off, most people in here are stoned. Everybody's having a good time, whether they're stoned or not, except that guy.
He's serious.
That guy right there. And you lock eyes with him for a moment, and suddenly he kind of disappears into the crowd, and you can see him making his way towards the door. And your criminal background says...
Narc.
Gulp.
We should stop that.
What do you do? Okay, so Silas, with his 2 manipulate, he's got,
When you've
a
also
girl in each arm, a guy and a girl. Like, what is it?
go with the flow,
Yes.
androgynous.
All of the
Yes.
above.
Right? Yeah. So he's across the room. Okay, and they're currently debating right now. There's a debate going on about, whether or not the endurance of men from space is as good as men from the planet, kind of idea. Right?
Absolute worthy debate.
Right. Yeah, so he's over there, meaning you're kind of on your own. What do you do?
I'm impulsive, so I guess I'm heading for the door.
You're going to push your way through the crowd?
Or however it's quickest.
All right.
Hell, if it's over, she can do that too.
Now, question for you. Are you trying to be subtle about it, or you just make a path?
Make a path.
Okay. So it's going to be force. So strength plus force. Do it.
So if I settle, it'd be a little better roll then.
It'd be move.
Move.
Yep. Oh, plus 1 for your taking equipment bonus for your arm.
Oh, yes.
You mean dexterity?
Oh, I actually get +2 for arm. Force and damage.
Yep.
Oh, dexes. Yeah, it would definitely be.
So 1 success generated by your arm. It's like, hey, what's okay. Yeah, you push your way. Well, okay. Your arm is mechanical. The rest of your body is not.
Yeah,
You're not a crane.
It's also
A
5'4",
Yeah.
so
Yeah. All right. So you push your way through the door. Okay. Just in time to see this guy sort of disappear through the door. Okay. You've made a beeline. He's kind of worked his way around the room, maybe thinking that he had avoided your gaze. However, he hasn't. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So he kind of pushes his way out through the door, and you can see him. Well, you see him leave through the door. What do you do?
Step out.
Okay. So you step out. As you do so, he's just stepping down the walkway, and he's bringing his hailer up to his ear,
Hey, where are you going? You're leaving the party so soon?
Sounds like a manipulate.
It's kind of a manipulate while being thoroughly sloshed.
Don't forget that you're drunk, so penalty dice. Nothing. Push?
What do I risk?
I don't know. What do you risk?
She's got nothing left in empathy, but what the fuck? Kill a few brain cells.
So, sorry, you have nothing left in empathy?
Oh, there's something get pushed, though. She's at 3. Like, it's such a low number anyway.
Right, okay. So, empathy, that would risk getting angry.
That could work out, too, though.
And then starts the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, and then starts the fight.
Okay, do it.
And it's right, it doesn't get
Yeah. Roll it on the second roll.
There we go. Yeah,
All
black
right.
thing for you.
All right, so you do not take the
Anger issue.
You don't take the anger. However, as you kind of put this guy hand on this guy's shoulder, he turns and says, "Listen, I'm not." And then he recognizes, that you're, not from here. And what's your goal? Your goal is to distract him, to do what?
Yeah, mostly distract him. I mean, if he's a narc, I kind of want to steer him back. Get your attention.
Yeah, so he is...
Stuff him in somebody's trunk.
Trunk's are always good. After we're done.
Yeah.
So he's got the hailer up. You can see that it's connecting, okay? Because the light's flashing, so it's attempting to connect to something.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns, he sees you. It's like, hey, according to Statute 112.5 of the Unified Criminal Code, all aliens must report to
We're
central
walking
control.
backwards into the bar at this point.
You haven't grabbed him. Do you want to
No,
grab him?
that's what I did when I was distracting. Was grabbing his hailer because he's holding it up, like arm around the shoulder. Hey, buddy. You know.
Okay, so manipulate would allow you to stop him with your words. To grab him, that's going to be fighting.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are much better dice.
Much better dice.
No arm though. Your arm's not going to be strength. Raw strength isn't going to help you snatch something out of his hand.
How wouldn't it? Dexterity?
Yes.
Agility?
No, fight.
Be melee combat.
Melee. So, I will roll to resist you.
Am I still drunk? Does this count?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
If you're trying, so I've got one as well. Tie goes to the defender. So, you reach out for the thing. He sort of nimbly dodges aside. According to the Uniform Criminal Code, he states a section, it is a felony to lay hands upon an officer of the law. I hereby declare myself as a liberty marshal. You are under arrest.
I kind of want to just slap him in the face.
Okay, the phone has connected. Hailer's connected.
So I have to push to get another success to be able to grab the phone?
Yes.
And so that stays, so you get that automatically.
Okay, and what are you risking?
Be anger.
Okay,
Still.
sounds good.
Well, you get that regardless, right?
Oh, was that a 1?
Yeah, it's my negative dice. Or is
Okay,
that SWAT?
those cancel.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, so failing anyway. There's only one success then.
One success.
So
So
still to you.
Yeah, so you reach out, you're a little bit disoriented from drinking, okay? As you reach out, your hand grabs the second image, which apparently is not the right one.
Always pick the left image.
Go for the left!
It's been a while since she's drank on land.
Right, yeah, but no ones except for the penalty dice, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I don't get darkness from the penalty dice.
Okay.
They just cancel successes.
Okay.
All right, so you reach out, he nimbly dodges aside and then recites to you what he just said. Okay?
I disagree.
So he's got the hailer. The hailer's down, but now he reaches his left into his jacket.
We're armed, aren't we? I don't really
Yeah, we went in with
shoot out.
pistols.
Pistols.
Okay, I guess Hailer to go, guys. And then, yeah, try and just, I won't shoot out with him, but I'll try to keep him.
Okay, so you're going to reach.
shooting me.
Are you going to draw your hailer, or are you going to, what are you doing here? Give me your actions. By the way, everybody gets 3 of these. These are, you've gone into combat, by the way.
Yeah.
So those are your 3. Those are your 3. These are Tev's 3. And you too can have 3.
I want to incapacitate him.
Okay.
I did not want to kill him. I did not want to get into a shootout with him. I would like to.
So
put
to
him
just
to sleep.
if you want to take, if you are within melee range of him, okay, you can make a quick grapple of him, which is going to give you 2 penalty dice, but you can make a melee check. Basically, just to grab him, it's going to cost you 1 action. For 2 actions, you can make a standard, which means no penalty dice, or for 3, you can make sort of an all-out grab, which will give you 2 bonus dice.
I'll grab. I want him down.
All right, so you spend all 3. That's your action. His action is going to spend 1 of these to draw his weapon. So he's got 3 as well. We draw initiative after.
Yeah, I get a bump for that anyway. So
What's that?
I get a bump on initiative anyway.
Okay. So he's going to draw his weapon.
Okay.
Right? And he is going to threaten you with it. Okay. So he's basically drawing and holding. If you attack him, that will automatically turn into, a shot. Okay.
All right. Well, like I said,
So,
incapacity.
initiative. Roll 2 dice. You get the better of the 2, I think, right? Do you have combat expertise or something?
Yeah.
Combat veteran? Yes.
+2.
2. What's your agility?
4.
4? Yeah, you win.
Okay. So for fighting, strength,
Strength.
Force.
Fight, melee. And then,
my
yes.
arm,
Yep.
drunk.
Drunk.
I would attack the bonus dice.
Yeah, so the bonus dice and the penalty dice, they offset each other.
Okay,
so if
that'd
you're...
be 1 bonus.
That's right.
And there's Karina's rolls, much better.
All right.
No ones.
Oh, you can always push.
Yep.
There's nothing, nothing sticking out there.
Anger again, or
She's an angry person in general, so. Fuck you.
You did not re-roll the bonus dice, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I'll take 3 of these.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take 2 of those. One of those is your arm, correct?
Yep.
All right. So as you reach out with your arm, you can hear sort of a hissing sound as that cheap piece of crap arm once again blows one of its pistons.
That's a very high-end arm, just a little well used.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, that's right. She lost. Oh.
It's not.
This is the 47 special.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. He twists out of your way. Okay. I will get 2 of these. Okay. I spent 1 for the. So I get 2 of these. He spent 1 drawing the weapon. He was going to cover you, so he fails. He will not attack, however. He'll spend the last one to actually react.
Okay.
Okay. And so he twists out of the way. Okay. I have 2 successes on my melee check.
No.
Okay. And that's actually, a move check. So yeah. So he twists away from you as you try to. So he is now armed. The hailer is connected. He has not moved, though. So he's still within grabbing range. Declare. He's going to level and fire.
That's fair.
Okay.
I still want to knock him out.
Okay. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
okay. Sounds good. Drop a dice. 1. You got the higher agility, so you go first.
I wore this shirt.
In Savage Rules.
Okay, so is this an all-out attack? Is that what you're doing? So 2 bonus dice? Or the bonus dice?
No, I think just regular attack.
Okay, so it'll give you a penalty dice because you're drunk.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to save 1 point for reacting?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
One success at least.
I'm going to need you to roll this again because you're only supposed to be rolling 1 of these.
Plus
you,
2.
Yeah, but you damaged your arm. One of the pistons is locked open.
Take it all away, yeah?
Yes.
Fucking brilliant.
Okay, so what do you do? So that stays.
Oh. The red one gets to reroll. Ah, what the hell. Impulsive.
Okay, do it.
Drunk and angry. That's a little better, but not much.
Yeah, so that 1 success is cancelled. Okay, gives me 1 darkness point.
Yep.
Okay, you swing randomly. Okay, question. So, although you're thoroughly involved with your carousing,
Yes. I would look out for my buddy.
okay. So, you are carousing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an observation test. Don't forget your bonus dice because you are looking out for your buddy. I'll roll one of my dice for a bonus dice.
For which?
Bonus dice?
Sure, okay.
Actually, no, sorry. It goes on, yeah. No, it's a bonus dice. Go for it.
Yeah, okay. So, 3 wits and 1 observation.
Yay!
There's a success.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you, you kind of look up. It's like,
Where the hell is she?
okay.
Some blonde hair missing in this room.
What do you do? She was on the bar dancing a moment ago. Now she's gone.
Yeah. I'd probably go to look for her.
Okay.
Would you naturally look outside?
Well, I mean, there's not that many places. Like, how big is this bunker? There's like a big bar. There's a back room.
Yes.
That's about it.
There's some bathrooms, maybe. But maybe some other people saw.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be cautious. We're here illegally and yada yada yada. I'd sneak the door just to check.
Okay.
So that I come and see this transpire.
Okay. You will on your next action.
All right.
Okay.
So I still have my reaction.
You still have your reaction. Do you want to dodge it out of the way?
Kinda, yeah.
All right. He shoots.
Uh-huh.
He shoots. He scores.
Is it a silent weapon?
It is not.
But the music's loud in the bar.
Yeah, and we're in the back room.
And we're in the back
Yeah,
room.
it is basically a police special charge gun. Okay. So it's got a snub nose plus 1 bonus to the weapon die.
So agility, dexterity,
Yes. Oh, jeez.
and bonus or penalty dice.
Crap, which of those? I think it's these guys.
Yeah, I love this system.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 of these for me.
And that's the penalty dice.
Right, so that doesn't count for anything. All right, so I scored 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Pistol normally does 2. It's going to take a bonus 2 because of the extra successes. 1, 2, or 3 are no damage. So that's 1. So that's going to be 2 hits and 1 plus a crit. With the crit, I need 2 crits in order to critical, so you're going to take 3 wounds. Is that equal to your strength?
Yep.
Okay, so your strength will lower by 1.
Yay.
Okay.
Good thing there's a doctor in the house.
Oh yeah, I got
In the back room.
All right. Yeah. So you're headed towards the door when suddenly you hear a loud crack from outside the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Declare actions.
Well, hearing a gunshot, I'll probably be running now.
Do you have any armor?
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, you should have 4 for armor.
Wherever it's written on
Yeah,
this thing.
that's
Light
4.
armor.
That's,
Best
yeah,
4.
we've all
Yeah.
been
Okay.
kind
So
of
roll 4
rolling.
dice. Forgot about that. Nope.
Surprise!
Okay.
All right. How close to the door am I?
Within a single move. So with 3, you'll be able to spend 1 to get through the door.
Okay. So, when to get through the door, when to draw, and when shoddy shot.
Sure. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Draw and shoot.
Okay. So that's going to be 1 to draw, 2 to shoot.
Yep.
Or a quick shot and a reaction.
This was probably quick shot.
Okay, sounds good. You save your reaction. Okay. So, so he's going to actually move away from you.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
in order to put a little bit of distance between himself and the person with the metal arm. And he's going to shoot again. Okay, so let's drop for initiative. Now, do you have bonuses to your initiative?
No.
I'm the only one who does.
5, 6.
Nana.
So I'm just rolling
One dice,
die.
yes.
3.
3. Okay, your actions will happen first.
Okay, so shooting.
Draw and a quick shot. So that's agility, plus your shooting, or firearms, or whatever it's called.
Ranged
Ranged
combat.
combat.
Ranged combat.
Read this thing.
Okay,
Anything
and
for
whatever the
real
bonus for your
pistol?
gun is, I believe it's 2 bonus.
I've got 1.
Bonus 1?
Rail pistol 1.
Okay.
Damage 2, crit 1.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
it's modified to be silent always.
Yep. And minus and a penalty dice for being lubricated.
He's Duncan Master. Hurrah, 1.
1 success. Push or no?
Not with 2 1s there.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so I did not spend an action to react. So I'm going to have to spend 2 of these if I want to. So I need to beat 1 success. So he will attempt to dodge out of the way. So 2 successes.
Success.
All right. So so you drop your gun sort of hastily. The shot goes a little bit wild, and he dodges basically out of the way. Sort of moves quickly. Okay.
All right.
Come through the door.
Yeah, so the move's all taken care of. I'm just shooting, right?
So you turn. You can see her rail pistol, firing sort of down that range. Oh wait, it's my turn. Sorry, because you rolled a 2, right? For
3.
3. Yeah.
3,
So,
yeah.
Okay. So I will shoot. Would I shoot? Yes, I've declared. So okay. 1 success. Reactions, by the way, are never hampered by, there are no such thing as a quick reaction, so it's automatically just 1. So,
What do you mean?
if you spend 1 on a reaction, it's not -2, not with 2 penalty dice. It's just 1 on the reaction. 1 success. Tie goes to the defender. Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So you move as fast as you can, sort of gripping your side because you've just been shot. And his bullets stitch the dirt behind you. Okay,
All right.
now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
They gave away his position for you.
Yeah. Am I rolling a bonus because of our buddy?
No,
No.
you are no longer carouser.
Right, yes.
Now you're shooting.
Okay,
What if I threw a bottle at him?
What you are doing, however, is you are agility plus your fire range combat plus the bonus of the gun.
Yeah.
The bonus of the gun are different colors.
Yeah.
Okay. And 2 penalty dice because it's a quick shot.
Right. All right. Okay. 1 success. Cancel out. And 1 fail on the attribute. Shall I push? I should push.
It's up to you.
I think I will. So these
Don't reroll.
Yeah, don't reroll that. Nope.
And that's just
canceled out. So
pushing. Oh yeah.
Ouch.
So it's 2 failures on your, what do you call it, right? On your stat dice?
Stat
dice is green? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take these. So there's 3 failures on your stat dice.
1 from the first round and 2 from the
Yep, carries over.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take those 3 drama points. We won't call them doom.
They are doom.
Stress.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So on this action, he now has a second guy. Now has a second guy attacking him. So I'm going to say he goes full defensive, and he's going to spend 1 action moving and 2 actions dodging. The hailer, by the way, which is dropped onto the ground, has suddenly started emitting some sort of beacon. Whoop, whoop, whoop. As if a panic button or something has been hit.
I didn't crush that. I have a hand built for that.
Okay, declare your actions, please.
I'm gonna keep shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop that hailer and
Okay, so you're going to move to the hailer?
move the hailer, crush it, and leave a reaction. Oh, you said he's moving and dodging. He's full defensive.
You think so, yes.
Quick shot. That's 3 things.
Yep. Okay, so you are an aim shot, 3 quick shots. What?
I'm gonna aim shot. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's drop dice for initiative. Okay, 2. Oh boy.
6.
6.
All right.
Ooh.
Who's got the higher agility?
4.
Wits?
Him.
3.
Really?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. No,
All right.
mine went into empathy.
All right, so you step forward, crush the hailer beneath your foot, and take a quick shot. 2 penalty dice, plus the penalty dice for being drunk.
So 3 penalty dice?
3 penalty dice.
Woohoo! What am I doing again? I hate trying to read this sheet. I do not like this background on it.
Yeah, I know. And I couldn't print it without it.
So 4, 1, and 1.
And 1 for the gun.
No.
Yeah, do it. This is a wild shot. Oh. So if you push, your gun's going to jam.
Jeez. Yeah, why not?
Okay,
That's what it's there for.
do it.
So those don't reroll. He's here now, anyway. Hey, look, still has nothing.
All right. So I'll spend because you got a 1 on there. I'm going to spend that 1, add this 1, and your pistol malfunctions.
Yep.
Okay. We'll say the battery discharges. Okay.
All right. So this is a full-on.
Yep. Plus your firing, plus your range combat, plus the gun.
Plus the gun.
Okay. 1 for the. Do you have a gun pistol as well?
Charge pistol.
Okay.
But the bonus is 1. So.
Okay, and you get 2 of those for the bonus dice.
Ah.
Because of an aim shot.
Aim
Right.
shot.
Yeah.
So only 6s count on those dice.
Yeah. Oh, like that one.
There's 1, 2, 3.
And that one.
Nice.
Nice. I'll
All
take it.
Okay. You're good?
That's, yeah, 3 successes. Seems.
Alright, so your gun normally does 2 dice, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so put 2 and then 2 bonus dice from the extra successes.
2 successes.
Yeah, so 1 to 3 is nothing.
One whole damage.
Oop. His armor clothing does not take it, you wing him.
Ah.
Okay, this will be Detective Eisenberg.
Nice. It's after our blue ice.
Is he wearing a funny hat?
He's not. However, he flees. Okay? Yeah, so he basically, you clip him.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a spack, but it's a glancing blow.
Yeah.
And, he continues running.
All right. That's okay. We can let him run. Our cover is blown a bit here, so we should probably move on.
Go bleed quietly. Sober up a little.
Yeah.
All right. So that said, what occurs is inside, as soon as they hear that boop, boop from the hailer, somebody inside hears that, and then it's like, Narcos! And the party ends.
Oh.
Okay.
In the back room. Oh, it got quiet out front.
We're gonna need a doctor back at the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. What I'm going to say, though, is because of your carousing, in dealing with local
Criminal?
underworld types, for your time, because of the massive successes that you had, for your time in the bar, for the next week, you're going to get +2 dice in dealing with the criminal element. Either of you two. Okay.
The ones whose faces are known.
You guys have a good rep amongst them. Nice.
Hey, you guys shot us at work.
She has
Awesome.
the
High
scars.
fives. Have extra guns and drugs.
Okay. So you
Viral videos wherever we go.
Oh no.
right. So it takes moments, for you guys to you go back inside, kind of put your jackets back on all of the entertainment sensors. Okay, not on all of them. On one of the entertainment sensors, which was playing, Murder Ball moments ago. Suddenly it pops up with 2 sketchy images of the two of you as if taken by some sort of hailer phone
before I get stomped on.
Right?
You did stomp on it, right?
Yeah, so there's 2 pictures. Like there's a picture
There's
of,
me looking
of the
down
2
on
of
the
you
mic.
guys, right? And then there's another picture which you can just see sort of the blurry boot with you staring down at
I couldn't let the
your
other
wanted
one-
level goes to 3.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
right.
what?
Well, I guess we're laying low back in the ship for
Yeah.
at least
That
a
was
few
a pain in the
hours.
butt to get to, anyways.
Yeah. All right. You guys retreat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the
Decision to
plan.
make.
Yeah.
How'd you guys' planning go?
Well,
It was
right. Start over.
I really can't let you guys out of my sight, can I?
Oh,
No.
We had a
Pretty much
great
impossible.
plan, but now
All
we
right.
have to get it loaded
So
up
just
train.
so you're aware, I drew 2 things. King of Diamonds is a little bit hard. If
if I succeeded.
you succeeded, I would have been able to pull that one off. And what I've done is I've just deferred it. I also drew the Ace of Spades
Oh.
Yeah.
on a Joker.
Oh.
So yeah, so it was quite a pull. Yeah. I guess I should shuffle those.
No, you did already.
What's that?
Oh, you did already.
So. Yeah. So congratulations. You flee the scene. Wait.
Judah doing what Judah does.
That's what you should
Messing
name your
things
ship.
up.
Flee the scene.
Flee the scene.
What crime?
So, what do you guys do? So do you wait around here to see if anybody comes? Do you head back to the air raft? Do you take the air raft back to the ship?
You guys definitely not. Us probably not.
No, we stick out.
Like this bar is like out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much.
No,
right?
it's not out in the middle of nowhere.
It's on the
Remember,
outskirts of town.
the outskirts of town. It's a low industrial area. So you can see like the auto factories, etc., around it. During your time here, you've actually seen workers come and go. It would appear that although Yele is mostly a city interested in chemical and pharmaceutical manufacturing, medical stuff, there are still a substrata of people who are responsible for driving those industries.
Yeah. I don't think we have any way to infiltrate those facilities to maintain a watch, though.
No.
We could try it quickly, but I'm thinking we're heading back to the
Air raft.
air raft and back to the ship, or maybe just how far out of town is the air raft?
The air raft is about 4 or 5 kilometers from where you are now, and it's about, I believe it was about 50 clicks back to the ship.
Yeah.
No, sorry, my apologies. That's not right. You drew an awesome card for a hiding place. You're able to get within about 10 kilometers of the city.
Yeah.
And you air rafted in. So the air raft is parked just on the outskirts of town, about a kilometer from here.
Okay.
So
we probably get to the air
Follow
raft.
the dripping blood.
Yeah. And they might be able to track us back to the air raft, so we might want to relocate from there even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well hidden.
But maybe not back to the ship. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
We're kind of just waiting
Because the ship is close enough and well hidden.
We're
that we
waiting
don't wanna
for a
give it
call
up.
from
Yeah.
Nash, basically.
Yeah. So we'll find some place to hole up. I would.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll hole up in the ship.
All right.
Well.
Fix me!
Does have the auto dock.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. You
Back
head
to the ship.
Yeah, and I'll try to...
It's like you're hesitating at the idea of healing me. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
It's your job!
Judah.
You have one job.
Judah.
Your job is not to get hurt in the first.
the hell did you do to
Actually,
that?
does Medicurgy work with cybernetic lens? I'm assuming so.
I
It does
pop
not.
off.
Technician does.
No, I pop off the arm so you can work on it. Well, you're working on the flesh.
Okay. What did you do this time?
Okay.
What did you do?
Okay,
Wanna
so
fix
you
my
put you
gun while
put
I'm...
your air raft
Yeah,
back to the ship.
yeah.
Is that the idea?
I think we air
So you
raft
guys
back.
retreat back to the ship. Go ahead and
Yep.
make your auto dog roll. Technician's roll. The piston just needs to be reset. So it's not. There's no technician roll.
Okay.
Did you have to roll to fix my gun?
What's that?
No, you
The gun discharged, right? So
swap the battery out, chunk.
Auto dock's worth some bonus dice.
plus 2 dice.
Okay.
What's that dice?
Look at all those dice.
That's a good
That's a good mitful.
big mitt of dice.
And we've seen how disappointing that can be. Yeah, I'll try to...
So the first successes were 2. Every bonus one's worth an extra 1.
Okay. I see 2 successes, 3 successes, and a bunch of 1s.
I'm healed.
I'm going to take the 3 successes.
All right. So you are healed. Okay.
That is a lot of ones, dude.
What's going to happen though? The doctoring comes with a fatigue level. Okay. So after he's done, he kind of narcos you, right? And you're like, oh yeah,
So many narcs.
everything's bendy. Okay.
That's how you know where I am then.
Right. You wait at the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About 8 hours passes, and then you get a very distant hail from the city. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's broken up by communication, right? You guys are parked in dense foliage,
Yeah.
right? So
Probably relocate so we can get a better signal to talk.
Yeah.
all right.
To come out of the...
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave the ship here. We'll move out with the air raft.
Yeah. Taking off of the ship seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, so what you're getting is unknown signal.
Yeah. So we'll get into the air raft, move somewhere closer.
Okay. One last thing. Before you leave the ship, Falk says, when you guys arrive back at the ship, in the air raft, and kind of park the air raft, one of you heads up to the bridge.
Yeah.
Probably you,
Yeah.
because you're fixing the arm. You head up to the bridge. He turns around in his seat and he says, what did you do? There's fucking patrol craft everywhere.
No. You shoot at one little narc. Comes a hornet's nest.
Welcome to
So
Big.
I'm picking up a ton of encrypted signals from ground stations, I think, to space. So they might be calling for support, just FYI.
Lovely.
All right. Well, that's the thing.
Impulsive. Sorry, not sorry.
All right. So you find yourselves, Do you leave the ship?
I'll pretty much have to take the call, right?
No, you can take it. It's just broken. Bear in mind, though, it's radio.
Yeah, I know. So they can pinpoint the location of the call. But what with the patrol craft, I think we want to relocate at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air
Of course,
raft
now
or-
traveling in the air raft. How stealthy is the air raft?
Not.
It's a Jeep.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody else's Jeep.
Yeah, that's true. I'm assuming that the air raft has some anonymity.
It,
So I'm
it
thinking
looks like a blue Sunfire from the 80s or the 90s. They all look like that.
Right, but, okay, let's bear in mind, though, that unlike planets on Earth, this place is not crisscrossed with roads,
No.
right? So once you leave the city, the perimeter of the actual colony itself,
Iraq is a great idea.
it pretty much goes directly to vegetation, meaning that there aren't a lot of vehicles sort of moving around.
so we
randomly.
do stand out a bit.
Yeah.
It would be uncommon to see a lot of vehicles out in the wilderness.
Cameron's here, I'd ask him, but can you do anything to scramble our signal? Oh, we don't want to scramble our hider signal.
Strengthen the receiving.
Yeah.
The main thing is our broadcast is that
I can with our sensors, I can tune them out for a while, but they're going to find the source of the signal. Yeah. And my guess is we're going to have an anti-radiation missile coming our way.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we go into the air raft and we go someplace else to take the call.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we're hightailing back to the ship, or I don't know. We'll figure it out when it goes wrong.
So the two of you are going? Or are you going too?
I'll stick with the ship.
Okay. You're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go see once we get a better signal.
Sleep off my hangover in the gun
by some
upper turret.
Farm outbuilding or something like that.
So you stay off network though, right? You don't try to handshake with the network?
No.
All right. So you drive about 8 kilometers, sort of tangential to the ship itself and to the city. And at a spot where there's a bit of a rise, you suddenly get a clearer signal.
Okay.
The unknown signal stops. About 15 minutes later, it starts again, stops. Right? Obviously, whoever is trying to get a hold of you is trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we answer it. This is as good as it gets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that Harlan has our hailers not trigger off every single alarm. One way to find out. Hello?
So you answer the phone. It's like, have you verified your calling service? Perhaps you're paying too much. No.
This is a call from Air Canada. You are one of your family members.
This is Revenue Canada calling you with a service call.
I'm holding out for the lower interest rate on my credit card.
Okay. You see on the hailer, you see Natch's face. He's obviously close to his hailer. Okay.
Yeah.
And so like all you can see is his face, and he's like, "What part of don't kill anybody did you guys not get? Don't kill anybody. There's fucking police everywhere."
Nobody died. I'm aware of. Did anybody die? No one told me.
No, I totally failed everything.
Yeah.
I really just.
They said you took a shot at one of the local justiciars. What are you, crazy? There's federal police here from Liberty City.
That is not great.
No, it's not great.
He shot first.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
Make a note here. Take back some of those hit points I have.
Take that one and that one. Cut that out of you.
That's right.
Literally tan my hide.
All right.
I was unaware of the extent of the altercation.
Listen, these guys are going to be conducting an investigation for at least the next 5 to 10 days. Okay. Lay low. Call me back when you're done.
The investigation should be focused on the bar. Surely there's some way we can...
Well, it's on the bar, and they're fucking roasting every off-worlder right now.
Five to 10 days is a heck of a long time to lay low. Is there some way we can move the cargo?
Okay, listen. There's colony fucking security here. These guys aren't going to ask questions. Right? Off-worlders shooting up police force? Yeah, they don't like that shit.
No, I don't blame them. But I think we better...
Now, at the same time, okay, so you take it with a bit of a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
They're Liberty's state police, as it were.
Yeah.
Right? They're like the FBI. Mm-hmm. Okay? And this guy is from Liberty, and he probably has a reasonable respect for them.
Yeah.
Right? And Liberty is not the bastion of democracy, which means that it's not unheard of for people to disappear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially in these times. I'm thinking a bit of...
And so you don't know whether or not he can be convinced to move up the timeline, but he's obviously, maybe not panicked, that's maybe not the right word, but he's, you know what I mean?
Hopefully aware.
Let's leave it for a day.
Or 2.
and see how things shake down. No one was killed. I don't think anyone was injured on their side. You guys missed. Well, I guess somebody winged them.
Don't look at me, I suck.
Yeah, I know. Look, no one on their side was injured. I know.
I love it.
Listen, they're turning me over for everything. Like they're suggesting I'm running guns, and so all of my storehouses have been hit.
We had made it kind of uncomfortable for him.
Listen, I want what you got. Trust me, because it helps. It's going to help me recover this, but I can't do it now. There's no way.
Yeah, let's let it sit for a day. I'm going to check something out. Then we'll see if the investigation dies down. Like I said, as far as I know, no one was hurt on the government side.
Okay.
It seems surprising they put that much effort into it, unless they're spooked by the amount of product that was distributed. And just remember, if that's what's disturbing them.
Well, they're probably in like a place where the citizens aren't allowed to own guns and stuff.
Oh, I know.
So anybody getting shot at is actually a really big deal.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because it
it's like a shooting in Canada versus a shooting in the States.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah. We'll see. We don't want to get you burned, that's for sure. So yeah, lay low. We'll get in touch. Do we have his contact number?
Now we do.
He's called us.
Unknown signal.
Oh,
Unknown
right.
signal. And we're using a burner number anyways.
No, you're using a radio frequency.
Or radio frequency.
Right.
Can we contact you back on this frequency?
Yeah, but it's not going to be on for the next few days. You can go ahead and make an influence roll.
Yeah, I'm going to try to at least turn it on tomorrow evening, say 10 p.m. or sometime like that.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's what? Empathy?
Yep.
Which is these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
is that old?
Yeah, that's old. Yeah, no, hang on. That might still apply because that was in the bar when I was talking to him. Yeah, because we went and healed and he's called back. So
Yes.
that's out of time. Okay, yeah. And that was what? Manipulation?
Yep.
That's these guys. And right. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yep.
2 6s. Alright.
Is that you?
That's my phone, yeah. It's John Burko. Former Speaker of the House of the UK Parliament.
Okay.
He retired October 31st.
I
Very
know.
sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Okay. He says, "Fuck, I'll call you, but you better be on this line and don't keep me waiting." And then the line goes down.
Okay. Did he say it? Did we agree on a time as part of that exchange?
10 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll.
Okay. So you went and you went.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're asleep. Hey, Silas.
What?
Come on up to the bridge for a second. I want to show you something.
Uh-oh.
All right, be there in 2.
So we might be up to smash and grab now.
Explaining heist.
Do we have at least a Republic, like between us being in the back of the bar with access to the local net and Nash? Do we know what Republic Biotech's warehouse? Do we know where it's held at least?
Yeah, we already know where it's held.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know
Where probably it's held.
You know where their facilities are.
Yeah.
However, their facilities are massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
Yes.
know which warehouse and which pallet and
Right.
pallets or whatever. We don't know that stuff.
And you guys didn't find anything out during carousing. Okay.
What's going on, Falk?
Okay.
Falker.
Yeah, it's Falk. Yeah. So he says. So I was doing my, censorshipment, and I'm monitoring for signals. Do you remember a while ago we were on Normandy? Right? Remember Normandy?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Zirko?
Sure.
Do you remember Zirko?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay. We gave him a code to contact us.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to contact us because that code just came up.
Listen, that's not good.
You guys remember who Alexei Zerko is?
Yeah, it's actually the guy that we owe for the ship.
No,
And
for
we
the
kind
ship.
of thought that we were out of that. You know?
Yeah.
We're the right guy. We're not thinking with the right guy. We rescued him.
Who's one of the 3 guys we rescued?
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, he was also the guy that put a stake in to get the ship refitted after we got him out of there.
Correct. That's how you refitted the ship.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Because we did not have much of a ship left by the time we were done on Normandy.
Yeah. So you can kind of see you can see like he has a comm log, right?
Yeah.
And it's of all these signals that he's been kind of tracking, and there's this one that kind of glows brighter, right?
Well, I suppose we better talk to him, but can we reach him? We're probably going to want to do this via satellite,
patch it through to the area.
Yeah, we want to stay quiet.
Because we're
here,
out somewhere with good signal.
What,
10 kilometers away from the ship?
So
yeah.
okay,
getting a little altitude might help too.
So the signal's bouncing through. It's bouncing through the network, right? It's just our signal being transponded through the Hailer network. So
he's broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
or
it
handshake
says.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we're passively monitoring the network.
No, absolutely, and that's how he hears it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what happens is on the Hailer frequency, someone has put in the frequency of your ship.
Yeah. That's getting broadcast over the network.
And a handshake code.
Yeah.
Which you gave to Zerko to contact you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mortgage left on a yacht. Private financing.
Can you tell how many bounces over the network?
No, it's being broadcast at a Yele center, whatever they're out of one of their caster fields.
Well, we're not there. I can't say anything. So
no.
Those draconian bastards resetting TTL.
But if it's being put over the network and our hailers connect to the network, if he's able to get a message to us, you could take the call.
No, yeah.
I think.
So what do you think?
Can you tell how, with the way the network is after the distance key, is it an old message that's just kind of...
No.
This has to be instant?
It's definitely not... There are no repeating messages on the Hailer network. It's all time of service right now.
You have to answer.
And it has to... they'd have to be relatively local.
Isn't Normandy and Liberty
different planets?
Yes, they're different planets.
Weren't they close-ish? Weren't they fighting each
Same
other?
solar system, but...
Yeah, but...
For it to get to us is what I'm meaning. It's like it just...
For it to get to us means he probably either has to be in orbit or on planet.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's no beam stations anymore.
Exactly.
Or this signal's been traveling for a long time.
Yes.
That's what I'm wondering.
That's a long time.
No, that's
long time. 20 days, long time.
No.
That's only
it's only 20 days. That's not so bad.
Well, it's same planet, right? Same system?
Same
It'd be
system,
less than that. It would be hours or...
Well, okay, it's a Class 8. No, what? No, you're in Clarion. You're right. It's a yellow star. So it doesn't matter. It's local.
Yeah.
Local enough.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should reach out to him. We'll have to wait for the boys to get back and send them out again or something.
Okay.
Did he know that Rika stayed with us?
Oh, yeah. Nope.
We kept her very separate from
Yep.
everyone, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure we kept them all separate from each other for the most part while we were on the Grey
really
Station.
Kept her locked away.
Okay.
I have
so
what we let
I just
him
want to make
sink or
sure
swim.
you're declining to answer.
You have to
Pick
answer,
up, you're
man.
the only one there. You and Falk and
Unless you can
Rika.
patch it through to us. You answer or... It's worth the risk, man.
This place is calling with
You are correct.
paramilitary folks. We don't really want to give away our position. We're staying silent here.
Okay.
We can send out the hover raft again.
So, you don't think we should answer that?
Not while we're bunkered down here.
Okay, so kind of looks past you. So, how's Judah doing?
Well, she's zonked out in her bunk.
Okay, so as you kind of turn to look, he's like, Merrily here.
There's no way he could have a flashing button and not answer. Come on now. You had to know that. So coming.
Yeah.
It was so coming.
Silas punches the ball
And
pin.
it's only
The full pin? The full pin.
All right. Yeah, so you connect. The signal is very brief. And it gives you a coordinate. A rendezvous coordinate.
Alright.
But there's no message or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just simple.
Yeah. That's gotta stay.
Right?
Gotta stay.
You catch. Oh. It's a coordinate. Other fucking side of the planet, but yes, it's a coordinate.
How far away?
Other side of the planet.
Other side of the planet, right. Alright.
1/2 planet.
1/2 planet.
Which would be close to that really big port that we were kind of avoiding.
Oh, that one.
No, so yeah,
The other half?
The location is somewhere in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
When you bring it up on the IRS, it is what appears to be a string of islands, archipelago.
Okay.
They are listed in the IRS as flight restricted, although the data is old.
If I remember correctly, he had various friends, did he not?
It's a corporate restriction.
Okay.
And he had corporate friends.
He's got corporate.
He was from a non-founder family. He was the one from the non-founder family.
Correct.
Very wealthy stakeholder in Horizon Tech, chair of the board.
That's right.
Being interrogated by the union because they're the top 20 in the union. I can't read my what I was so interested. One owned.
Did
Yeah, can't read that one. But he was there for about 30 days, illegally elected AI/advanced controls. And we decided for let him go, sink or swim for Zerko. We got a crit success on him. And then, yes, private financier mortgage. That's the rest of the information I got. Okay.
Alexei Zerko.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when we're looking at our 3 ways of doing banking, we went with private financing. Zerko was the one who picked it. And favors, pays with service. Their politics, I think is that word. Probably yeah.
Yeah. So technically, you owe him money.
Yeah, we do.
If not, at least a favor.
We were never here.
He knows we're here.
He might want to be off the planet or something like that, and he might be able to feed us other.
Also, Horizon Tech. I'm assuming you tell us this when we come back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Or if you don't, Falk will.
Guess who we heard from?
Yeah. So you guys share that information.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Sorry. There's one other thing. There's going to be the coordinates, but there's also an image file. It's kind of like this. Can you recognize the boot and the face?
Oh no!
Viral videos, even when we don't have the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that adds an unexpected wrench to the...
Sorry, not sorry, impulsive.
That would be the King of Diamonds, probably.
That was the King of Diamonds.
How do we get to the other side of this planet? It's like
That's under
on the
censorship
monorail.
right
that's
now?
a fair bit of yeah. It's a
With
fair,
fake IDs.
yeah.
We need to borrow a boat.
No.
Yeah, but even then, like that's the other side of the planet. Like I can take a how big is this
I
planet?
still think
a
it's
little
just
smaller
not
than Earth,
flying.
but
It's just
similar.
about almost the exact same size.
It's Earth.
Yeah.
It's Earth-like.
Okay, so I can get to the other side of this planet in about maybe like 6 months if I'm pushing hard, or maybe if I have a fast boat, it might be like 4 months or something. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, that's one way to solve the problem back in Kassar. It'll all be over by the time we get back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think public transit's going to go our way.
No. Especially...
So there is, yeah. So like I said, the islands appear to be restricted airspace, and they are restricted by corporation. So...
Restricted by horizon or restricted by...
Unfortunately, our IRS doesn't say. Just restricted airspace, right?
Yeah. Well, that's our old IRS, and it's not like we're here.
This whole planet is
visa or anything
restricted to
anyways.
off-world vessels, and yet here we are.
I don't think Nap of the Earth flying is going to work when, they're sweeping the planet looking for off-world.
The planet's big.
The planet is big.
Yeah.
So about our only way to get there in any half decent amount of time is to take the ship up and go there. We have unfortunately made a little bit of a noise around here, so we might not be able to do what we planned on right away.
He could help us.
He might be able to help us, yes.
I guess we could take off from here. Pick our
We
time.
need to be back at 10 tomorrow.
Well,
We need to be somewhere at 10 where we can broadcast from.
But radios can only go so far.
Yeah, if you don't want to connect to the Hailer network.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
wait.
limited by that whole curve of planet thing.
Also, you probably still need another little while to wake up enough to pilot.
Yeah, well,
You could also ask Harland if you can bounce it off the ionosphere or something. Is it in that frequency range?
So
Probably
tomorrow after we have our discussion with Nash, we'll actually let Nash know that we might just disappear for a while. We will be back.
He did say 5 to 10 days, which makes Honto very anxious, but possibility.
Provided, of course, he actually contacts us again.
D6 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. So guess what? Max!
Yeah.
Because that's when the dice roll 6s.
Alright. Well,
Your guys' call. I mean, if we had the information about where this stuff was actually stored, I'd say just smash and grab it.
But we don't, is the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So they have big facilities.
Especially now, if we don't know exactly where it is, with the amount of police and security presence.
Yeah.
We can just tell them tomorrow. It's like, hey, we've got something else we can do. We'll be back in a few days.
Okay,
He might also be able to help us.
in that vein, though, Kyle,
Yeah,
of all the things you could steal from here, Perogen 17 is probably the least valuable.
that is true.
It is next to worthless.
Actually, interesting. Can we figure out where they are protecting and go for where they're not?
Yeah,
Because if they're not protecting it particularly well, that's probably where the Perogen is.
So, with this in mind, Falk has said that he can penetrate their network, but he can't do it remotely. He needs to be there, and he needs to be on site, right? And I think the goal behind dealing with Nash was he could tell you where to go that you might be able to find a place to do this.
Yeah.
Folk could also... give it just a place where we could infiltrate from.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
He wasn't necessarily going to
Boy, that's pretty expensive for a bunch of drugs, the information.
now,
Basic information doesn't guarantee.
Well, not
us.
only that, but you needed help loading it, right?
Yeah.
So
we can start.
Yeah, well, maybe not like help, but like some sort of window.
We still don't have any script. We don't have any Liberty script when it comes for bribery material, but we still have more recreational drugs and stuff like that. We can try to bribe a worker at one of the Republic.
Yeah, that's probably
biotech.
shoot as to whether anybody's into that or not.
Find out where a worker bar is. How thick is my Kusari accent? Okay, never mind.
Our problem is that we need Nash, or we need a local.
Yeah.
To as a go between.
Yeah.
Because we cannot. We're not supposed to be here, and we can't
operate
blend
within the town without drawing a lot of.
you're like
attention.
Frenchmen in Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, with thick French accents.
Yes.
And it's
Which
not
does
Hollywood.
mean though that Alexei
Hello,
Zerko
we are
could be
looking
that
for
fellow.
the pharmaceuticals. Are you from Nazi Germany?
We.
We, of course. Where else would we be from? Bosch.
Do not mind this dynamite I'm planting here. It is of no concern. That's a swine. I mean,
Yeah. So, and that's the
movie.
challenge, right? Like
Yeah.
that's literally how much you guys stand out.
yeah. And I'm
The
thinking,
secret is you just don't open
if
it
I
up.
wanted to hide my Kusari accent,
Yeah.
would that be?
So your Kusari accent, imagine your Kusari accent's like Australian in America.
Yeah, that's kind
Right? Can you? Sure.
You're still going to say some odd words, but...
Right?
So
Like,
you
I
can
mean,
pull off a few Laurier.
It's like how many drinks? how many drinks do you want? 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Where
get
did
that
that come from?
reference?
American Sign Language. What? No.
Yeah. So, there was a what was the movie? Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, Inglourious Bastards.
That's right. We need 3. And the Gestapo said, this is the German 3.
Yeah.
Right? So he recognized that he was not.
He was British.
Yeah, he was British.
Huh.
He spoke it. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Right. So it's those kind of things, right?
Yeah, and I'm not even at that level, I'm assuming.
Yes, correct.
But
we've never had to hide your accent.
No.
So because he doesn't have an accent, remember?
I don't have an accent. I'm not right. I'm not having an accent. I'm trying to fake a Liberty accent.
That's more like it.
That's more like it.
But would that be a function of culture or something, or manipulation? Or is it just a standing penalty, like anything I do? All right.
Bobby, your A's are long.
Anyways, Alexis Zerko could be our go-between. I mean, it'd be real cheap for him to buy some surplus RD-476 off Republic Biotech and get it shipped via the monorail.
I don't have that he is a libertarian, just that he's
or is there any...
Okay, so the one thing you need to know is when you talk about Union First families, they're almost all
libertarian.
But he's the
that
only
was the
one
whole
that was
gong
a
hit.
non-first family.
correct. But no one discusses first families except on Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is most likely a libertarian.
Libertarian. I don't think it's supposed to be libertarian, but it's libertarian now.
And I guess we're going to have to...
Liberati?
that was a revolutionary group on Caprice. Libertian?
Yeah.
Liberian?
I don't know.
Unionist.
Well, formerly unionist, but...
Well, we'll stay long enough so you can message Nash, and then we'll head to Zerko.
Yeah, because you need to recover.
And that'll let me recover a little more of my mental here.
Okay.
Yeah, so give Judah some recovery time. We'll do the same sort of thing.
All right. So, I'm sorry. So how long are you going to hang out and wait?
Well, we've got until 10
p.m.
We gotta be around here until 10 p.m. tomorrow, so we can transmit to Nash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deduct 6 days worth of life support. Each of you can gain back 2 mental stress.
We get 4 per day.
It's 2 per day. I'm sorry. I said 4. It's supposed to be 2.
2 is a fair bit.
Yeah,
It was 2 per watch, 4 per day was here.
No, it's supposed to be 1 per day, and yours doubles it to 2. I misread it.
Oh, yeah, our galley doubles it to 2.
Ah.
Okay, so what do we fully gain? What do I fully gain back since I've been asleep for 8 hours?
You'll gain 2. Yeah. Just being on the ship out of harm's way gives you 1. With the galley and being able to relax and whatever gives you 2. Okay.
All right, go sneak out in the air raft.
Yeah, and all of your conditions are gone.
Yeah.
Right, so.
And
Ammo's reloaded.
talk to
Ammo's
Nash.
fixed.
All right.
Also, even before we go do that, is Falk able to tell anything about like the signals, the passive sensors, how stirred up the hornet's nest is?
Okay, yeah, so around midday or so, he tells you that something heavy has passed over. So he thinks maybe a patrol cruiser or something like that.
So pretty stirred up still.
Yeah, so patrol cruiser is about 400 tons, about twice your size, but it's a paramilitary warship, right?
You do know we don't have a large scale 5-ton truck or whatever to drop on this one, right?
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, we are near some
Nash,
farms.
we need something
Go grab a
big and
tractor.
heavy.
Go grab a combine.
So he said that it passed over, and he hasn't been able to see any signals that it left. They generally, they're pretty heavy, right? So it would be like a 747 flying over Nanaimo and not seeing it, right? Yeah. It'd be tough, right? Yeah. So he hasn't seen it depart, so he thinks it's probably on station in Yele. Okay. But again, it's not an atmospheric vessel, it's a space vessel.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's probably not bouncing around.
No. What they've probably done is position it in such a way that if they do catch a ship and it's departing from here, they can initiate chase right away.
Yeah.
Right?
It's standing by ready to chase.
After the first 8 to 10 hours, the patrol craft passing overhead sort of stop. It would appear that your camouflage nets have deterred them, at least for now.
Okay.
Now, what you know as a member of like Husari as part of the military force, that what they'll do is they will do basically the circle pass, which does what you're looking for is radiation, whatever, coming from the reactor. Your reactor is sort of cool, and you have the net over it, so that's going to eliminate that. What they'll do next is they'll do a more intense sensor sweep, which is now looking for magnetic anomalies, which will the fields are much smaller, but eventually, if they're doing a grid-like pattern, they'll come across you.
This funny lump of space metal.
Yeah, exactly. So what they do is they scan the forest for with a densitometer, looking for different densities. And it's like, here's this gigantic metal thing on the surface.
Wonder what that is in those.
But we are 10 kilometers out, so it'll take them a while, probably.
A little while.
Yeah. You would guess that they'll probably radiate out. They probably won't start too close, though. Right? Like, you might actually be inside of the search area.
The initial search.
That's true, because we
got it pretty really close. Yeah. Okay, so we put Nash on ice.
Well,
but no one was killed, right?
So 10 p.m. the next night, you guys head out in the air raft. You go to the same rise. You signal. There is no answer.
Dun, dun,
Oh, maybe they pinched him.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, we
relocate to a neighboring hill.
We
try again in half an hour. Do that a couple times and head back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're unable to communicate with Nash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's gone cold. So
burn that bridge.
That leaves Alexi.
Yeah. We gotta try and get out here without getting caught ourselves. How are our days today?
You've seen them. Horrible!
Hey, there's been some good ones in there.
Can I doctor the patrol vessels?
Initiatives.
Can you what?
Can I doctor the patrol vessels at all?
Doctor the
Probably not.
Maybe? Can you describe what you're doing?
If you apply gauze to the right sensor port, we can jam, sir.
Yeah, Falk wants to do a sweep and plot, and I guess
I'm not saying it's high percentage, but somebody's dice.
So he's he says to you, "Hey, listen, I have an idea which you probably won't like."
What else is new?
Okay. So the maglev train is around 2 decatons. No. Decatons? No.
That'd be 20 tons.
20 tons. No. It's about 200 decatons.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a huge magnetic signature. And it passes through here about every 8 hours.
Are you saying to hide ourselves underneath the train?
Fuck yeah!
So theoretically, if they're scanning for us from above, if we could keep ourselves underneath the monorail...
Does the monorail structure hide us from anyone on the train or any sensors on the train, I'm assuming?
We'd have to be under it.
Yeah.
The train doesn't need sensors. It's got forward and reverse. That's
it.
Right.
Go back.
It sounds good, but it just might
easier
work.
than an underground highway system to me.
Like slalom the columns.
I think
so that'll keep the magnetic anomaly detectors off of us.
It sounds crazy. Just crazy enough to work.
But the IRS does not contain any data on the pathway of the actual maglev. So if it passes through a tunnel, we're kind of screwed.
Did we not specifically say we had the maglev schedule?
No, that's the schedule, not the map.
But it might have the route map. Do we have that information?
You know how these maps are, though? It's all sort of like abstract.
It's a dot and a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. What they do, they tell you a lot about the stations that they're going to.
They don't tell you about inventory.
Yeah.
So the next station, by the way, is about 800 kilometers from here.
Yeah. Which means if
So
it passes
800 kilometers of following it to get us closer to...
Honestly, if it's 400 kilometers away before it hits the tunnel, we're pretty far out of that. Because we're on an island. We're going to cross the ocean.
Yeah. That's the other thing, too, right? You are an archipelago, right? So...
Probably island hop. And they'd probably go
unless it has to go through a pass of mountains, you'll probably go around them, right?
Yeah, which means we'll be pretty far away before we have to abandon the
Do we know whether or not where we're going is anywhere near a
we'll have to
monorail
track eventually.
Well, okay, so I'm just thinking, how do we get out of this area without being detected by the service scanner?
And that actually works really good.
Yeah. Just we have to get from where we are now to the monorail.
Yeah, okay, that's not me.
You guys have the schedule and I have the throttle.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it.
You interested
Yeah,
in these
I mean,
horrible,
just try to...
horrible dice?
Yes, I am.
Low power, nape of earth to the monorail. We've got the schedule.
Different colors here.
And fly as quietly as we can.
Death by dice.
Yep. If it's not death by dice, it's...
Are you getting a different set?
Yep.
Not
Maybe the other ones have
brown
lost
dice.
their charge.
Oh, these are fucking bloody things.
Maybe they're worn out on negativity.
Oh.
Statistically, they're due for...
That's right, they're due for a good roll. On that note, I better start making sure all the molecules go to the bottom here. The right way.
Gravity worked for us. Plus,
That's
there's a liquid, right?
That's right.
Brown and we'll do...
What? The fact that I've got a reverse on?
It also helps me pick out the different dice because
All right.
the symbols are different, but the colors are...
Okay, let's try this.
All right. So the next monorail passes in about 2 hours.
Okay,
So,
so
middle of the night?
What's that?
Is that the middle of the night?
It's about 1 a.m. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And how often does it run?
Every 8 hours.
Every 8 hours.
So this is the one we want to catch.
really want to catch this.
Yeah.
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 You've been resting. You're all
I
limbered
only
up.
have 4 pushes, but yeah.
Okay.
Can I assist because we have a plan? We've got the schedule. We know the terrain because we've been going back and forth for the aircraft.
Do you trust him yet?
Yeah, he patched me up in one fell swoop, so...
Okay.
So you're thinking about leadership?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That I'll actually listen to.
So that's what? Empathy and command?
Yes.
Can
But
I
you
do-
have to be able to lead more than one person. You cannot lead a single person. You have to lead a team. Right. So
This is a single person flying, essentially.
Yeah, it is.
Unless Falk is involved with ECCM or something.
Oh, yeah, you could be communication go-between, enhance the teamwork.
Because the other thing too is we've had passive sensors, so we have some idea of the patrol craft routes. And
Sort
even
of.
if they have
So just so you're aware, Liberty Security is relatively complex, right?
Yeah.
They have no discernible patterns. It's as if they've been somehow strategically randomized.
which would make sense.
Absolutely, it would.
But what are they using for randomization?
Good question.
And even the
You wanna ask them?
randomization comes from a certain table.
Tell you what, I'm just going to draw a card while you're thinking about that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So the answer is no, I can't use leadership.
I don't think so. No.
No. Shall we just...
Yeah,
Get-
1 a.m. That's the one we got to catch.
Yeah.
Boot scooting boogie.
All right.
We didn't need the seats of our pants anymore anyways.
Right. So you, yeah, this is what happens.
It's always a chance of we actually having to start new characters because these ones go boom.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, you are in probably one of the most dangerous places
Of
in the world.
yeah,
Or in my world.
yeah.
All right. So you are 12:45 rolls around, right? From here, straight shot at high speed to the maglev is probably around 8 to 10 minutes flying time. Okay. You bring the generators up. Okay. The reactor comes online. You begin powering, and about that moment, Falk is like he's like, shit.
I don't like that.
Right.
Well, I'm not anywhere near him to hear that, but
He says, yeah, they spotted us as soon as the heat came up. You got to go now.
Okay.
And as you're kind of watching, right? Like you're looking at it's like you got to go now. You're like you punch things, and through the cockpit, like you're looking below you, you actually see what appears to be a troop of soldiers on grav sleds actually come out of the forest.
Jeez.
That's this one here.
Yeah.
that's good.
Kind of close. Okay.
Right? So as this ship begins to lift, you can hear the rattle of small arms fire off of the hull. Okay, yeah, and then Falk's like, yeah, okay, white noise. Okay,
Punch it chewy.
okay. So how do you get there? Safeway, Up, altitude, over.
That's gonna tell them
That doesn't seem the way that we usually roll.
I think you
Unsafe
have to
way
break contact.
is following the... Actually, hits is how you could have done it. You could have planned the route.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Go
my
ahead,
thinking.
That's
But you
what
said
he's
that's
been
what I said. But you
Yeah,
said,
go ahead. Make the
That's what he's been wanting to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, do it.
command, right?
Yep.
1 success.
Okay, so that'll
I would like to push it, but I have a 1, and so I'm going to...
But that's just you say what you're gonna risk, right?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll push it, and I'll risk... I don't roll that 1, though, eh?
Oh, sorry, my apologies. You can actually put a couple bonus dice on there because you've had some time to plan.
Oh, that'll be gear?
Yep. They're not gear, they're bonus dice.
They're different than the ones
they're
we
gonna
got.
be
different.
Yeah, they're gear, because they don't have to reroll again from scratch. Or
No, just roll your bonus dice.
Another success, and another 1.
Okay, the ones don't count on bonus dice.
dice, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking I should push that. So I don't get to reroll the 1, but that becomes a black point
Yes.
for you. I get to reroll these 4. And I'm going to risk... I think I need my wits and my empathy. But that makes sense.
It could be fatigue. You know, you've been poring over these plans to the detriment
I only got a
of your
strength of
sleep.
2, so I don't want it to be fatigue. But
Fatigue
it does
is
make
agility.
sense. Oh, agility? Okay, I'll do that then.
Yep.
But it does, because it does make sense.
Injury is strength.
Hey. Nice.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Okay.
Okay,
So
you got a
6?
success?
I got
Okay.
another success.
Sounds good. But I still get the 1 for your
Yeah.
1. Okay. Yeah, so you lift. Your bonuses dice can be used at any point during this escapade. Okay, so you have 3. You can set those aside and use them whenever you wish.
God, that doesn't hate me.
Okay. So you lift ship. So the risky way is going to be a difficulty 2 roll. Basically, it's through the canyons. Okay.
And a barn at one point.
And a massive deserted agricultural facility.
Don't worry, the doors are open. We scouted ahead
Yes.
of time.
There's a giant wasp nest there, but
The wasp is not unusually large. It's the wasps that are unusually large.
And nothing
Now,
for
are
the
we talking
ship or anything
actual
for the
wasps or wasps?
say again.
ship? Nothing for the ship.
The ship is even.
Okay.
No, sorry. The ship is a penalty. It's a penalty dice in the atmosphere, right? Because it's always been -1. It handles like a pregnant yak, I believe. Is the,
So can my bonus dice be used to negate?
you can
Then
use
you
the
go-
bonus dice to negate that if you wish.
Oh, so I get -1 every time I use the ship, though.
Yes.
But it means just using the first of those bonus dice at least gets you even.
Like
Okay.
that.
Yep. Sounds good. And you get 2 dice, I think, as well for your talent, right?
That's why I'm
Okay. Gotcha.
5 oranges.
I wiped out the coffee temp
That's fine.
and the cream, but it was overdue.
So 1 success is not enough to get you there undamaged.
The good news is orange is skill because I had this wrong. And so I can actually roll that.
Okay.
Where I'm going. That's used. They're going that way. Right. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's the roll.
But I have a brown 1 there.
Yep.
Okay. Before you push, you need to tell me what you're risking.
Oh,
Just for
anger,
next time.
Or just pretty much
Anger.
always.
Anger.
Rage in space.
Space rage.
Deep like mud puddle, I'm telling you.
All right. The ship lifts off, okay, and as it does so, it stays nap of the Earth, basically through this canyon. Your IRS documents are hopelessly out of date. You think probably from the last planetary survey, almost 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're flying through this structure, you actually see, oh, hey, look, a bridge. You know, towers. You know, whatever. Okay. As you race through here. Falk, you know, he's monitoring the sensors, and you are not more than, say, 10 kilometers from original site when suddenly, you know, he turns off the white noise because you're too far away to jam their communications anymore anyhow. Okay? You race towards the maglev. In the distance, you can see these massive structures which hold these trains. And sure enough, accelerating out of the station, Yele station, you can see this, 2,000-ton maglev car right? Like it's several cars long, but it's massive, right?
Yeah.
And the concrete stanchions are not standard. So what I mean by that is generally, like there's a pair of stanchions with the rail above it. There's actually 2 rails above and below, and so like the maglevs will be programmed to actually sort of alternate between the rails so they can pass in either direction. What occurs though is when they go around a mountain, the stanchions might, rather than being stanchions coming up from the ground, they might actually come up from the mountain kind of idea. Yeah. So it really depends on where they are architecturally. No two are the same. Meaning that as you're flying towards them, you're recognizing the necessity of staying close to these things is going to mean you're going to have to be ultra alert for the entire flight time of the ship.
Whoa.
She lives for this shit!
So, what sort of stimulants do we have in Medway?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Psh, I'm really good. Okay.
I'm willing to make the sacrifice.
So
Yeah, okay. Shh, this would be better if I was alert. Oh, don't miss that one. Okay.
Anxiety
really
rising.
All right.
Yeah, the rest of you just close your eyes. Don't watch.
All right.
Just remember the underground.
So, so you come out
Watch?
of the
When
brush.
was the last time I watched you pilot?
You come out of the You come out of the brush, with the vegetation sort of whipping off of the
There's a
ship
reason
itself.
why I stay down in the engineering room.
You ignore the sensor that says foreign matter in intake in engine intake. Right?
Off.
You just kind of like not anymore. Okay.
What do you mean? I even leave those sensors on?
I didn't say it made a noise.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying the sensor went off. Okay.
Grab.
And you race towards the pylons. As you do so, pylons suddenly rear up ahead of you. These are megalithic, right? Like they're 100 meters tall. They're probably about 20 meters wide. Just massive stanchions of concrete. Like they're capable of supporting just tons of weight. Well, obviously, actually 200 decatons of weight, as a matter of fact.
Per track.
Per track, yes. So you swing up, and as you do so, the maglev suddenly accelerates above you, and you are now in its shadow. For the first, 3 or 4 kilometers, you're like, oh yeah, 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers, 150, 200, right? Now, your ship...
capable of going as fast as that?
There's a good question. Because your ship is a spaceship, which means in space it's super fast. But it's a pregnant yak.
An atmosphere.
Okay? So you find yourself, after about 10 minutes, the one calculation that didn't really get in mind is that the hyper-relativistic, the speed that this thing is moving along this track is immense. It's slowly accelerating at a constant rate. But as it does so, you're starting to get a little bit of shimmy in the actual vehicle itself. And the grav plates are fighting planetary gravity, plus this sort of, this constant acceleration, right? Your engines...
Just turn them off?
What's that?
Oh, let me liquefy. I was gonna say our standard operating procedure is to boost the grav plates in the engine room so Spivey can get his stuff done.
Well, technically, as long as she wins, it's the same G that you'd experience on the train.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And there's
As
a
long
reason.
as she doesn't screw up.
Actually, the train actually has grav plates to offset the acceleration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So your gravitics are used not only to keep your ship off the ground, but also to...
Yeah.
Right? So as you accelerate, your engines move from yellow to orange, orange to red, and you're starting to get to the point where... you can see the train still accelerating. Falk is, reading through the... It's like, oh, yeah, okay, this might be a problem. Maybe.
The thing is, we mostly just want to be farther
Yeah.
away from them, out of the
Get
search
out
area.
of the search area.
Right. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to need you to make a piloting check to keep up with the train.
I say, as long as we can push it, when the engines start to overheat, we have to slow down, But the further away we get, the better. Make sense?
Yeah.
So can I give her all the performance-enhancing drugs?
There's 2
Oh,
successes.
And one of each, so...
Yeah, but those don't count on the first.
I give her a vitamin injection.
What did I need?
So I didn't tell you that beforehand. I'm thinking on this roll, if you want to keep up with it, I was going to probably roll 2. Your next roll is going to be 4.
Wow.
Okay? So you are attempting to keep the engines from overheating. It's taking in a lot of dense air and pushing it through. And the actual friction from this happening begins to heat the engines up. Okay? They move from red, to the point where you turned off a long time ago the warning that says, automatic shutdown in progress. Okay? If you want to push, it is a very difficult roll to keep up with the train. It's now accelerating up around 1,200, 1,300 kilometers per hour, which is past the aerodynamic speed of your ship. Right. Normally, for you to make distance, what you do is you go up, wait for the planet to pass, and then drop. Right? Yeah. That's how you travel fast. Your ship is not meant to travel fast in the atmosphere.
No.
Okay? So... upstairs you can hear coffee cup.
Who left them on the table?
Why don't we have ledges?
Well, Dredd normally puts them away, so...
Now they're all left up there. No one's washed a coffee cup and put them away in months.
Yeah.
If this was Traveler, we'd have a carpentry skill and we'd build fiddles.
Anyhow, so...
I don't think we push it any further.
I don't think so. What's the consequence?
No, because I'm getting red lines down here like you wouldn't bloody believe.
We just want to go as far as we can.
Get away, so...
Yeah. We want to get as far as we can, and it sounds like we've gotten about as far as we reasonably
You're about 200 clicks from the city when this...
Yeah, I'd say that's
probably there was somebody chasing us or trying to shoot at us by now.
Mm. Yeah, so for a fast mover, you're not going to get away from it.
Yeah.
Right? So your only real choice is to use stealth.
Well, I'm going to use stealth as far as we could for now, unless we hide again until the next train comes by, and then...
But it'll really be moving.
It'll all be up to speed.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless you head back to the city.
No.
I'm thinking the tracks themselves are still a lot of mass.
Huh?
So they would mask things. So moving slowly under the tracks until we get someplace more... It's not a bad idea, even if the train's no longer overhead.
That's true. And this has at least gotten us
200
a
kilometers.
good chunk away. Yeah.
Assuming,
Sorry. Ease off, I guess, and then just follow the tracks.
Okay, so the tracks themselves, they're made of polycrete. The actual rail itself does contain a small amount of metal, but it's mostly carbon fiber.
Yeah. Okay, so it won't hide us from their
But
sensors.
neither will the forest or anything else anyways, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, especially now that we're powered up.
All right, so
what sort of range are we dealing with mad detectors?
Mad detectors? Oh, not far, about a kilometer. They're quite short range.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
my problem now is that we're powered up, which means they can try and track our energy signal, which can be done from space.
Yes.
I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to slow down and go low and slow, basically.
Yeah. Well, you're now over the water.
So low and slow and take it and start making the curve. Yeah.
Okay. So, what I was going to say is that if you just flew away, I was going to draw 3 encounter cards. Okay? If you flew to the first difficulty point, which you did, I was going to draw 2 encounter cards. If you flew to the third one, which meant the risk, I was only going to draw a single encounter card.
Yeah, but at the risk of blowing up
I
the
know.
ship.
It's probably not worth the risk
Everything
to
you
reduce.
do risk blowing up the ship.
Yes,
that is
but
true.
4 successes the way I roll.
Yeah, I think that was pretty unlikely. I mean, I believe in you. You could have done it.
So I'm gonna ask you one last time. I'll put this card away if you want to risk
You're
it.
an asshole.
It's up to you.
Now, is there any way that I can
offset
any of the penalties from the speed or the heat?
Can you vent the heat of the ship? Absolutely. In the atmosphere, for sure.
Use that to help with her power roll.
What about drafting the train?
Fuck NASCAR!
So you're up behind the train, guys outside, cleaning the tables on the back.
It's like a 200-ton ship.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Do you get bonus dice if you use a Scottish accent while you try to give her more power?
No.
Okay, so you're going to try and vent the power?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. So what I'm going to say is, if you were successful, it would increase the difficulty if either of these cards are an encounter. And decrease the difficulty increase the difficulty of them detecting you.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm dumping a hell of a lot of heat right now.
You are.
But would she
what I'm going to say, though,
would
is
that drop her difficulty down to 3 on the next one? Or?
No. What it's going to do is actually going to increase her piloting difficulty because you're actually venting power from the ship. So
I think we just take the 2 encounters.
We just take the 2 encounters.
Okay. Last chance.
Do it. 2 encounters.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing.
Let's hear it for my quick draw.
All right. All right. So, using the maglev train, you hide yourself getting out of town. It's not an easy flight. Not any pilot could have done it, but you did it.
So I can now add trains and
highways,
underground highways. I'm really proud of the underground highways.
Okay, so you guys drop down to the surface. What I'll say is, basically, you low power it in order to avoid detection. Your ship in the atmosphere, close to the sort of the variation of the water, your ship does not generate a lot of heat, just keeping the gravitics and the engines on.
Yeah.
Okay, especially if you're not moving quickly. So if you take the slow boat, you can actually move with relative silence. Okay,
Okay. Do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
We still got a long distance to cover, though, don't we?
Yep.
How far away was he?
Half the planet.
Halfway around the planet.
At least we're not in a sailboat now.
Right. You can probably manage about 200 kph at a heat reducing speed.
Cool.
Okay. So say the planet is 13,000 kilometers in radius, or in diameter. Radius, that'd be a big planet. Whoa, we're about this big. How far would that be? It'd be quite a ways.
How far? Sorry, what did you say?
4/3 pi r squared would be diameter. You're doing half that. So,
40,000 kilometers is their circumference, so you're looking at 20,000 for,
yeah,
give or take.
so roughly, it's 15 plus 1d6, 16,000.
100 hours of non-stop flying at that speed.
This is
This is
why
why-
Rika knows how to do it too.
You got an autopilot, right?
Flights to
And I'm good.
So 3 days, not
Yeah.
no, sorry, 4 days.
If you want to fly silent.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, you pop up and drop down. You become transcontinental. It
We can
takes
do
you
it in
a couple hours.
A lot of radar exposure.
Correct.
Especially since we know they're keeping an eye on things
Yeah.
Okay.
up top.
It is a planet.
Yeah.
And we are
And I'm sure they have
far
other things. Yeah.
from where the initial.
I mean,
Right.
was the guy even injured? He had a little band.
No.
Yeah.
You get a Hello Kitty band.
I'm not
It was
worried.
a Snoopy.
I'm not
Oh,
worried
Snoopy
about that. It's remember what's going on upstairs.
Exactly. There's a lot of things. Well, good point, but there are a lot of things more interesting.
Slow
than
and
us.
quiet, costing you 3 days, or do you get there in the next 10 minutes or half an hour?
Hanto thinks we should push it. It's worth the risk.
What is that for?
Just wait and see if you push it or not.
No, given the
Uh,
Overwatch happening. But what it comes down to is if we hop up, down, it's just each time it's equal chance of
You'd
explosion.
only have to hop up once. Yeah. So basically, you hop up. The planet's rotation beneath you actually does all of the traveling for you.
But you have
and
how
then you
long do you have
drop
to
down.
stay up?
What's that? A couple hours.
You know. No. I'd rather not have, from above us.
Yeah, you have to enter low Liberty orbit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of crowded.
So
up there.
low rather than Leo. Yeah. Okay.
and it is rather crowded up there.
It's very crowded
Yes.
up
Well,
One
if
and a
we're
half
just
hours for the
skimming it
ISS to
though,
orbit the
it's
Earth.
not as bad as actually being in a full low orbit. Like that's actually the area where you're in a boundary where like radios don't work very well.
Yep.
And all
Yep,
this
that's where
kinda-
you get into the ionosphere.
Yeah, and things get a little bit hot because
I'm
you're
sure
still
it's all
pushing
stuff that Judah knows.
compressed.
Karina has zero recollection of
High
this.
tech lidar and stuff like that does not apply to
No.
us.
I don't know if it's where Karina
Okay,
does not know.
what I'm just gonna bring up a point right now.
Okay, so let's just do the mechanics of it. What the deal is that if you fly low, I'll draw one card, the top card, this card.
We're trading time for safety.
If you draw high, I'm going to draw 3 cards. These cards right here. So that's the mechanics. Don't have to worry about anything else. Do you want to take a few days to get there, or do you and draw one card?
We have
Or do you
20.
wanna-
We have 22 days of food left for the crew.
Technically, we can forage and stop at islands along the way.
I
and
thought
stuff like that.
if push comes to shove, we know if.
Yeah.
So it's like
That is true.
But having said that, Hanto thinks we
Yes,
should
you have your
push
countdown
it.
for your planet.
So
Yeah.
No, I'd still rather not risk it, so yeah, I'll stay low and slow.
Nothing. That would have been.
Oh!
What is that?
Jack of Diamonds means an encounter.
Yeah.
Might have been a good encounter, might have been a bad encounter, hard to say.
Jack of Diamonds probably a passing merchant ship, which would
Yeah.
identify you as a starship.
And be what the fuck?
It's like, no, you've got no transpo, no.
Pirates.
Welcome to the new universe.
You pretty much have to shoot them because they saw us.
3 days pass.
Cool.
Okay. The ship lumbers onwards. Because of its fusion reactor, it doesn't require refueling or anything along that line. And you push on towards the rendezvous point. As you get closer, you're definitely in an area where this is, you believe it's a corporate reserve, probably for research and development or something along that line back in the day. One of the things you find, though, as you are sort of heading out here, sunk in the ocean, with parts of it actually sticking out, are one of the famous Liberty flying cities. Okay? So they're not cities. What they are is they're floating villas, is probably the best way to describe it. They're 10,000 tons of grav plate with hacienda on the top, which drift with the winds around Liberty, which were at one point if there was a thing that you could own that would qualify as making you wealthy,
That was it.
this is it.
Now, from your description, this one's not so much floating anymore.
No, this one is sunk. You actually see sort of like an edge sort of sticking out of the water, canted at about a 30-degree angle.
Is this like an
Post-apocalyptic
old
looking?
ruin sort of thing, or is this like a recent? Is it like moss and?
No. What you do see is you see sort of like a collection of small boats around it.
Oh, okay.
And as you skim over the water, you can see people actually loading stuff off of it.
Sort of a smuggler's port. Nice.
Okay.
And I bet you
It is not the only one that you see in this archipelago.
No.
Okay. You spot a second one. This one has come down in the forest. Okay. All of its understructure has collapsed, and it's sort of broken in half, laying canted. Its contents kind of strewn about the area. It obviously hasn't been long.
I'm assuming they probably went down when the key went down.
Good point.
Well, nothing to keep them all talking to each other
Yeah,
to keep
that's
the
right.
city up.
And you probably have thousands upon thousands of grab plates that all have to coordinate. And they probably start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people we hurt.
What?
We
What
don't
do you
tell
mean?
you this.
How did you hurt them? Sure.
That's probably a lot of. Right. Yes.
Yeah. Not like 70 million
Yeah,
people
yeah,
on
yeah.
Kasari.
Yeah. So,
Deep like mud puddle. Shouldn't think about
The-
shit like that.
about 100 kilometers out, you start getting a radio beacon. It's a very basic location beacon, and it's set up. It alternates about every minute or so. Sends out basically a burst.
Yeah.
And then a minute later, you get another burst, and it seems to be coming from the location to which you're headed.
Okay. And the next question is the frequency channel, whatever, the address that Alex contacted
It is
us?
a standard location beacon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But there's no further contact from Alexi's specific.
No.
All right.
Well, you're assuming it's Alexei.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's using his
Well, that's
handshake
what I'm
code.
saying. Using Alexi's handshake or whatever.
Yes.
Contact.
Dear off-planet interlopers, welcome to our honeypot.
They'd have had to have torched him in a black site in a place like Normandy to get that information off.
He's already susceptible. They probably have like words built into like, if I say earworm, you're gonna tell me everything.
Oh,
about
that's
your
like
mother.
Manchurian candidate.
All right. You
Look
You
at that face.
arrive
I don't
at the
trust
area.
that
It is an island shaped vaguely like a shark fin coming out of the water. Sort of like a sharp edge of stone, covered with vegetation. And built into the side of it are basically a tiered hacienda, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. About 20 floors or so, which kind of arc their way down. At the bottom of which you see white sand beaches, and there's also these pads, which are obviously starship pads.
No-fly zone.
What's that?
In a no-fly zone.
Well, corporate
restricted zone.
On one of them, you can see what appears to be a freighter of some sort. It's painted blue. You believe it's marked with Turgana markings. Okay. There's also another one beside it. There's a landing pad beside it where there's a yacht parked. The yacht, however, the hull plates are off, and it would appear that someone's actually salvaging the vessel. Okay. There are several empty spots. There's a rampway that comes out into the water, an island, and then these almost like hands reaching out into the water. 5 of them dotted around. 2 of them are full. The rest are empty.
I'm guessing they don't have a lot of traffic parked in one of the parking spots.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bring the ship around. It's your assumption.
Yep.
Okay.
Or do we park in the forest and sneak in?
You'd have to get a boat to park in the forest because this land basically is a sort of a jut of
There's
rock.
It's too small.
Really
yeah,
nowhere
parking
else.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, they didn't have land to build the landing
Yeah.
pad.
So-
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So so you settle the ship. Okay. As you do so, polycrete pad surrounded by like a grate that goes all the way around it, but then basically a 100-meter drop into the water below. Okay.
Can we feel at least?
Is there like a whole bunch of like automated things that don't work anymore that would have like automatically refueled the ship?
Yeah. So you can see that there is like the old servicing equipment, all of that. You don't know if it's functional or not, but no one rushes out to greet you. Okay. There is, by the way, Turgana corporate markings everywhere.
Turgana, which one is that?
I don't remember.
Turgana is a mining exploitation company.
Right.
Okay. Is based on Liberty. You've seen their facilities on Artemis.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where we've heard it before.
Yeah. Okay. However, like I said, there's a single freighter that seems to be of Turgana manufacture. It seems out of place on this luxury getaway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Alexi or Turgana or anything, so...
Okay.
Should I be wearing my Star uniform for this? Or not? I'm assuming not.
So Rika says, I'll
But they
cover
could
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys settle,
Davos Turgana.
and as you settle, it's now approaching evening. Okay, do you guys? What do you do? Do you get out of the ship? Do you wait
I'm
here?
assuming we get out of the ship?
Do you want to ping?
Go walk towards the thing?
I got no radio signatures.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of the ship and go walk
But
towards the thing.
is there
Yeah.
any walkway
Carry
there?
pistols
Or is it
There's so he says there's no radio signatures, no hailer frequencies, nothing.
I'm assuming this is one of those situations where you're undressed if you're not at least packing a pistol, but you're probably overdressed if you're packing long arms.
Probably.
Right, most of the places we go.
Yeah, like the modern cluster.
Yes.
Okay, so you disembark and head out onto the deck itself.
Yeah, I'll get out of the ship and wait for
all
the-
of you.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
talking about you, pretty good.
Okay.
All of you. Falk says he'll continue to monitor signals from the ship,
Right.
and Rika is now in the lower turret of the vehicle where she
Makes
can
sense.
see you guys. Okay, which the lower turret has the PBW, right?
Yeah.
Sandcaster.
Sandcaster, PBW, and
Missile
missile
launcher.
launcher.
Ouch.
The Sandcast is the fun one.
That's just like a whole lot of
Anti-personnel.
violence. In
There's a
one
whole lot of
little
anti-personnel fun.
Well, hey, there's a bunch of sand on this beach. We
thing. Yeah, but these sand are like about the size of this dice. Right. It's only sand in the least literal term, right?
Yes.
I'm unfortunately talking to a very literal person, so.
All right, so you head out, and
Enterprises.
you are met about halfway up the dock by a pair of men. To your surprise, one of them is wearing an old Turgana jacket, but it doesn't look like it was made for him. It's a little bit small, snug, and he's got a bit of a gut. The other fellow is dressed in what appears to be an old Liberty militia jacket, although there's no insignia on it at all.
Okay.
They both strike you as mercenaries, thugs. You know, they don't look like they work for anybody
Yeah.
except for themselves.
You mean
Alright.
a lot like
Dallas
us?
Turgana
So you're
Enterprises
saying we fit
before.
in finally?
So one of them, his accent is definitely not from Liberty. You guess maybe Bolivar, so it's kind of got like a rich Hispanic accent to it. And you got the signal, obviously.
Yes.
Mr. Zirko is waiting for you. Okay. Is there more people on the ship?
Yes, because you can probably see Rika sitting in the turret.
The turret itself isn't glass.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So, like, she fires by wire, right?
Yeah.
So,
of course, I think the answer.
You need to shut down the reactor.
Yeah, we want to be blind
quiet?
from scans
Yeah.
and that.
Okay.
So you'll need to scram it or whatever, but it needs to be off, and it needs to be off now.
Okay. Then I'll go in and
Okay.
drop it.
All right. Fair enough. So Folk can do that for you.
Yeah.
Right. So if you radio back to him, your hailers, by the way, within 10 kilometers of the ship
Are
are encrypted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll call Falk, shut her down.
You sure?
How long does it take to start back up? Out of curiosity.
He has cold started in less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Normally it's about an hour.
It's not recommended, and I've broken a few things when I've been doing it,
Yeah.
but I can get it up in 5
Oh,
minutes.
you admit finally you break things. It's not
All right,
always
okay.
my fault.
Yeah, it's more like this. Hey, we're falling out of the sky, and I need power in 5 minutes, or we're dead. You
Yeah,
technically broke it.
technically.
Always blames me, and he finally did.
All right. Okay. So you scram the reactor, and so you call Folk. As you call Folk, you are greeted by like a second party of men who actually are approaching. 2 of them look to be sort of standard corporate thug kind of guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
No neck.
What's that?
Earpieces.
No, but like they're wearing jackets which are obviously plated,
Right.
right?
They're a little bit formal, but a
Federal
little bit.
Security 1.0.
Yeah, 1.1. Yeah, with PDWs and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then they flank Zirko. Now Zirko, despite everything that's happening around him, he's dressed in like a silk jacket, which goes down to about halfway down his thigh. A chemise rather than a shirt. And as he approaches, he has kind of this.
Yeah,
Just had sex look about him.
Oh, yeah. Right? Satisfied.
Yeah. Oh, my friends. I thought I recognized your beautiful face. Why are you on liberty? But, more importantly, let's talk about how you can pay me back for taking your ship out of Hawk. Can I offer you something to drink? So he... What's that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but not too much. I've read the police reports. So he walks you back towards the estate.
Yeah.
Okay. It is just that. Like, there's an arboretum, and he says, an old Turgana corporate retreat. Unfortunately, when their credit dried up, I was able to purchase it for a few crates of munitions and, and a couple of ships to escort them off the planet. Alas, they didn't make it far. Anyhow.
Jeez.
There's a reason he's our financier.
Yeah.
I thought he was a business guy, not a...
No, he is a businessman.
No, he was a billionaire.
Yeah, he was like...
But now he's a little bit off grid, so he's just got into racketeering and drugs and stuff.
No,
probably.
he's
adapted to the market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's using his skills in the most useful way in this world.
Yeah.
Flourishing.
Well, apparently he's doing okay. Okay. So as he kind of you can see some Cassadine wine. Okay, which he picks up from the shelf, and he says, "Please have a seat." And he pours the drinks himself. Okay, and then sort of hands them out. So, you're fine merrily on liberty. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't get me wrong. Money's gone. So the money you owed me, pass between friends, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But we're happy to continue helping you.
Oh, helping me? Oh, that would be wonderful.
We're not helping. Repaying, assisting.
So you acknowledge some sort of debt? Is that the idea?
Yeah. No, she gets it.
Yeah.
She knows money type people.
So
a bit of a weird one. We did like kind of keep him from getting
Well, exactly.
bumped off. And
This is one of those things
black
where like it
we can
flows
have
both ways.
We can have a mutual back.
Yeah, and he acknowledged it's like the money. Yeah,
Gone.
it's just gone between friends.
Yeah.
A different world now, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we don't want to keep the relationship going.
Well, I'm happy you said that. But first, I must ask you, LA City, a shootout with police. I'm assuming.
Does everyone look at me?
I'm assuming there was something behind that. It wouldn't be just some sort of random bar brawl.
No, we had business in LA City that we were trying to conduct, and unfortunately, as per the martial law.
Have you guys informed me that he's a friend of yours? But maybe not all the details.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alexei,
Dr. Hato Yager. I'm afraid I'm why the Marilee is on liberty at these trying times.
I see. And
My thick Kasari accent.
okay, so he's like not gong hei. I'm sorry, the Mandanese I sometimes have trouble making.
I left
the
my
accent.
uniform in the ship. Kasari.
Oh, Kusari. Oh, you're one of the grateful few who survived.
It has been rough in Kasari, for sure.
There are survivors, though.
There are. And we're hoping to restore legitimate government of Kasari. But that's what brings me to
He
liberty.
drinks his wine to conceal the smile.
At least he's concealing it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Judah's like, small bow, man.
no, he's more like, oh, restoring legitimate government. Like there was ever a legitimate government.
He did enough for the exchange. He knows whether or not.
Hey, my side is legitimate, because I would support them if they weren't legitimate.
Okay,
Ipso facto.
so tell me, why is it that you're here?
You're a friend of...
Yes.
Let's say,
We go way back.
yes.
Yeah.
We have mutual interests. And
I'm seeking...
we've visited the same vacation spots.
Storm season on Normandy.
There's some
Glorious
cargo
bright light.
cargo important to Kasari that is not being shipped from LA City. We're hoping to retrieve it.
Cargo important. What kind of
RZ 439.
Paragon
Collection of
17
chemicals,
is people
medicines.
need it.
I'm sorry, what? What'd you say?
Paragon 17 is people need it.
Is this a drug of some sort?
It's a medicine. We're, like I said, back in Kasari, times are trying. This one is required by the people of Kasari. It's not particularly expensive. It's not worth anything here, but with all shipping...
Why don't you just manufacture it yourself? Outsourcing. Cost savings, my guess.
Kasari...
How's that working out for you?
It was working out very good until about 104 days ago. Sorry, 114 days ago, I think we're up to now. I haven't keep
117.
117.
It was working really good up until around 117 days ago. One of the outsourced manufacturers was here on Liberty.
And they have some stock of this?
30 tons up in LA City. Just sitting there in a warehouse.
I see. And you would hope to purchase it?
Trade it.
In
Trade
exchange for what?
Anything? We have some recreational pharmaceuticals. Drugs. What is it? Yellow ice.
Yellow ice.
Oh, he turns to you guys. Drug smugglers now. That's quite a turn.
Not so much. That just happened to be what we have in our.
Getting rid of old stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I come across it anyway?
It was part of the on Caprice. It was part of the old guy.
It was part of
Salazar's
stashes.
Right.
Which we kind of just walked away from.
Walked
that
away with
prayer
when he all of a sudden disappeared on us.
He was killed.
Yeah.
The planet
You
pretty much
have
imploded.
the weight of the very tiny government behind you. Like whatever resources they have,
Yes.
you can negotiate.
That's right.
You can negotiate trade.
I absolutely can.
Very
So-
tiny government.
I can't imagine this would be a particularly expensive chemical. How come you...
Right.
Not from Liberty, not from Liberty, not from Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not from Liberty.
Yeah. Martial law.
I see the channel.
Yeah. Martial law. Not a lot of movement. Upstairs is getting a little icy.
Well,
actually, we haven't seen any more ships fall down lately.
This has been very, very entertaining to see you again. Can I help you in this endeavor?
Yes.
I'm open to any offers of assistance.
We're gonna have to
And
get
as
off planet
representative
at
of the
some
government,
point.
sorry. I'm more than willing to cooperate with.
Do not insult him.
I wasn't going to say anything insulting. More cooperate with anyone willing to help us.
Well, I'm sort of an interesting position. I've been able to secure the services of several crews of ships who've required a variety of different supplies, and I've been able to make some deals, which have put me into a good position for the time being. What was it called?
Peregrine 17 or RZ439.
So he looks, when he says, "What's this called?" You're pretty sure he
doesn't-
remembers,
Yeah.
right? But
It's a conversation style.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could see if I could arrange for this, to purchase this for you, and trade for other things. Of course, being a Liberty citizen, I have certain rights that
Yes.
allow me to do these things. But of course, I would need to make it worth my while. I don't mean to sound too mercenary.
Oh, no.
Obviously, I owe you, right? We're friends, but
And we owe you
He
a
has
ship fine
expenses.
too, because
Our-
we have a ship.
our society has changed,
Yes.
and thusly, so perhaps we could make some sort of deal.
Sure. I'm sure we could.
I'm
come up
certainly
with something.
amenable to that.
I have something that I want, and your appearing here was as if a miracle had occurred.
As if, what's 5 out of 7 dice for 6s?
And it happens to require the use of a starship.
A starship
Merrily
that you have
does
a
meet
stake
that
in.
definition. Barely.
It is not without risk.
Okay.
In these trying times, what is without?
There is nothing without risk at this point in time.
Okay. Before
Everything went dark.
everything went dark, I had a good deal of capital tied up in manufacturing on Caprice.
Oh, yeah. Going back!
What do you need retrieved from Caprice?
Well, several things. Mostly electronics, some mechanical parts. In fairness, a variety of equipment used in electronic warfare and several tons of small arms.
That we could probably.
Nothing we haven't carried before.
Yeah.
Now, you must weigh whether or not it's of value to you, because, of course, perhaps you'd be able to secure this. I'm sorry, Peregrine 17? Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps you'd be able to secure that on your own without further consequence.
I don't speak on behalf of the crew of the Merrily, but I think going to Caprice is...
You do know that
Sounds
there's a third
Essex
option
Com
there.
has equipment that we could manufacture. But I'm more Peregrine 17, the better.
Oh, yeah, there's more on.
Yeah, there's-
Right?
Caprice doesn't have... They probably have the equipment, but not the actual chemical ready to go.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I could get 30 tons, and if this guy sets it up and has a connection, because it's probably cheap and easy
You get
to
30
fix.
tons, and then you also get the manufacturing equipment.
Yeah, well, 3 tons plus the manufacturing equipment, and we can keep smuggling it from here until we just have more.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that we're supposed to back up to Marvin, too?
Yes. There's a few things if we go back to Caprice.
Okay, your hailer, on your hailer, you hear, yes.
Yeah!
He's listening in. We know
That's
that.
what Hanto says. Yeah, I can't speak on behalf of the rest of the crew, but going to Caprice to help you if you can secure the Purchase 17 seems a reasonable request. I'd be more than willing, personally, to assist in any way I can.
Let me talk to my people. You enjoy the facilities? I have several hosts who might be able to give you anything you need, food, entertainment. And let's talk again in the morning. Let me see exactly how hard this chemical of yours is to find.
Okay. If we hadn't stirred up things in LA City, probably a lot easier.
Now, if we thought about this before, we could have contacted him. We remembered he was
know
here.
that he was where he was and what he was doing.
You almost act like everyone in the past, they're dead. Like, it's just, they're not. It's just...
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a break there.
Yep.
Okay? We might be back, or we might actually call it for the night. We're actually going to discuss as a crew. I know Kyle has to go to work, unfortunately.
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
BC Ferries. And, but yeah, we might be back afterwards, or we might just call it. If we do call it, I will come back to tell you that we are calling it. But yeah, we'll join you momentarily. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been the Merrily Season 4, Episode 9. Yeah, we'll see you 2 weeks.